movie sign.
Movie sign! Thanks, Dad. Thanks for participating. Appreciate it.
I was putting the movie sign gif in there.
I was trying to find the damn
okay. We got a movie sign. We got a movie sign! There we go. All right.
It just now showed up for me. It's hilarious.
Oh, there we are. Oh, I'm hearing it. Hold on. Let me just stop that.
Boom, boom, boom,
Video. There we go. All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night Insanity on Sunday morning at midnight.
Sunday morning
Insanity. Crappy work schedule. Yes. Yeah. Just got home. Got a lift. Otherwise, I'd still be walking home right now. But got a lift. So big thanks to my friendly coworker who gave me
for that lift.
Yeah. So. Still going to be on nights for the next couple weeks. It's getting earlier. Next week I'll be off at 11 instead of 12, so big difference there. And the following week I'll be off at 10 instead of 11, and then I'm back on days, 7 a.m. to 3:30, bitches.
This week you're childless, right?
I am childless, yes, because I just have a one-day weekend, so which is tomorrow. And yes.
Do you want to tentatively schedule potentially maybe some late streaming next week?
Like what?
Like, you know, our normal shows, but late, tentatively speaking?
Maybe. I'm back on weekends, I should mention.
Okay.
So,
what does that mean for the rest of us?
Not much.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Well, actually, what it means is Saturday Night Insanity can be right on time again, starting next Saturday, because I'll be off. It's like we can start whenever the fuck we want. We can start at 3 in the afternoon if we want to, but we won't. That's silly.
Yeah. Saturday afternoon Insanity.
No, but what we could do is As Above, So Below live stream, and then SNI, with an hour break before SNI or whatever. Or 2 hours.
What?
We could do like an afternoon As Above, So Below live stream, or another movie for that matter, and then take 2-hour break to whatever the fuck we want to do, and then we can do SNI or whatever at 8 like normal.
We could do whatever we want. But the thing is, next, like on the weekends, I will have Rosie. It's just this particular Sunday I don't. So
we should capitalize. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Since you don't. So this Sunday being tomorrow, right?
Well, I'm also thinking not having anybody here means I could just film YouTube videos all day and actually get some shit done. So
or you could procrastinate like you're going to anyway, but with your friends.
Well, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be doing videos all day tomorrow.
I'm free all day tomorrow.
Sunday is my video day.
I have a podcast I'm recording with O'Neill. That's all I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh, cool. O'Neill's awesome. He's on my Facebook. Blah. What was I going to say? Yeah, because right now I only have one video scheduled, and that's the next part of the Doctor Who DVD disambiguation.
I have one video scheduled for next week, and that's it also.
Awesome. Yes.
Lazy fucks.
Stout, meanwhile, is pumping out content like a mofo, and nobody's watching.
Pretty much.
I do my videos Monday through Wednesday usually, actually.
Cool. Well, tomorrow is going to be like the first opportunity I've had in months to actually have an entire day when I can be productive with the YouTubes. So I'd like to just go like gangbusters and get a bunch of shit done. We'll see how much happens. At the very least, I'm going to film the next batch of disambiguations, so those are done and in the can. I have a package, actually, that arrived. Pretty sure it's most of the rest of the Doctor Who DVDs, which would just leave one outstanding. It's coming from another seller. So,
speaking of packages, I repacked her box and made Rosie her own box.
Oh, cool! She's gonna love that.
You guys should expect it at the end of October.
So there's a box within a box.
No, there's 2 separate boxes.
Oh, there's 2 separate.
Her own box.
Oh.
Directly to her as herself.
Oh, awesome!
And you can't touch it, sir. It's hers.
Oh, I won't. You can put her name on it.
I'm going to.
And she'll be so happy to see a package addressed to her.
That was the intention, yeah.
That's awesome. No, she'll be overjoyed. Overjoyed.
I'm going to talk to my mom about... my mom likes to sew, like, pillowcases and stuff. I'm like, well, why don't we make some pillowcases for Rosie? You know,
cool.
Some, like, superhero pillowcases and shit.
Yeah, she'd love that.
Star Wars. Don't forget about Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, she likes Star Wars. She's
Everyone loves
seen the movies. We occasionally, when she's here, she watches Disney XD a lot, so we've been watching a lot of Star Wars Rebels.
Cool.
Which is really good, by the way, if anybody hasn't watched it or has been waffling about it. It feels like a good and proper Star Wars TV show.
I'll get on that as soon as I'm done with caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah. I really want to watch Clone Wars one of these days, but Rebels is set in an era that I find more interesting and one that I really want to know more about, which is between episodes 3 and 4, that whole stretch in there.
Can someone please just do a live-action show, for fuck's sakes?
The Rise of the Empire. Well, actually, when they were talking about doing a live-action series, that's the time period it was going to be set in.
I know, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. Apparently they wrote a shit ton of scripts and did a shit ton of pre-production, and then they just haven't said anything about it forever. So who knows? On the plus side, though, we're getting a shit ton more movies than we were before. We're getting like the the new episodes and then the in-between stories as well, which is actually pretty stoked about all that stuff. Looks like it's shaping up.
I was saying last week to students up here, I would love to see a movie that focuses, even like a trilogy of movies that focuses on the story of Princess Leia after Episode 6.
Like
after.
Yeah, like in book form, they did Truce Bakura and Courtship of Princess Leia.
Yeah.
And they did the whole thing with like, Yajou Vong and a bunch of other like war stuff, and then like they had that, and then she became like a Jedi Knight at some point, and then her kids became like, oh my god, the whole thing with like it's like 50 years in the future, and her kids are just fucked, which it's pretty awesome.
Was that the New Jedi Order?
Yeah.
Because I know that was a big saga that's...
Yep.
Yeah.
With Jace and...
World Warriors?
No, Jason. Sorry, Jason Solo.
Jason Solo.
Ben Skywalker and Mara Solo? No, it's Mara.
It was Mara Jade.
Mara Jade Zamlam. I can't remember her kid. I don't remember the girl's name. Sorry, blanking. But yeah. And
Jason.
But let's just to say that, darkness dwells in the Skywalkers and their lineage, so...
Yes. Well, absolutely. Consider where that lineage began.
And they kill a very important character by dropping a moon on him, because that's the only way to kill that character.
Yes. We won't say... I know who that character is. We won't say it for those who don't know.
Of course not.
But yes, a character from the original Star Wars canon. So that was a pretty big deal when it came out.
Someone noticed your lower third's working, Stab.
They got permission to kill one of the original characters.
I know, it's crazy. I'm actually sad the character they killed, but, I would have been sad no matter what, I think.
Oh my god, look at the stout man on the lower third of the stoutness.
Yeah.
Well, one positive thing of upgrading to Windows 10 was apparently that my lower third is working. But I wouldn't
just randomly fixed it.
I wouldn't be randomly, for whatever reason,
excuse me,
in the middle of this broadcast.
So we got some
a robot.
Got some show and tell this week. I realized there's a couple things I picked up last week that I forgot to even mention. They were over there where that big Amazon box is. They were just to the right of it.
You had nothing. Yeah.
And I had a couple things, but there's a couple games I picked up, a couple of things that arrived in the mail. I think I mentioned one or two of them, but I didn't actually show them. So this week I will show them.
I've got a stack of stuff. So.
And these have not appeared in any update videos yet. Actually, the update video that I posted the other day was a slightly older one. I actually filmed that, I think, on the 7th of August. So I was like, shit, I filmed that update video. I should probably edit that and post it and stuff. So I did. And everybody enjoyed it.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Jesus
15,
Christ.
16, 17, 18, 19 things. I only bought 2 things.
Goddamn you and your unlimited disposable income.
I only bought 2 things. I had a bunch of stuff sent to me.
Oh, okay. I have.
God damn you and your
5,
Because I also
6,
don't
7,
have
8,
disposable income because I don't have any money until next month.
11,
That's all I can
12,
afford.
13, 14. I have 15 things.
Jesus.
I also have 15 things.
Holy
Well,
fuck.
damn.
Should I just go first and get all
Look at us
long
go.
shit over? No, short is
Yeah.
first. You guys
Yeah,
want
you
to
go
show?
ahead. Go ahead.
Do that or you Rochambeau. Alright.
Alright.
I don't know. Did I show Wizards last week?
I
don't
think
remember.
so, but it's still awesome. And that's the
Yeah.
same edition I have, and it's awesome.
And I also got Uppercut Man. Those were the 2 things I bought. That was it. I haven't bought
Awesome.
anything.
Nice.
I have my friend Chris Lousberg711. He's that's his YouTube name. He's a really cool dude.
Cool.
Great channel. He sent me a box for my birthday, and he sent me a Region B Rosemary's Baby because I
Great
got
movie.
upgraded to Criterion. And
Really good movie.
I'm actually not a huge fan of this movie, but I did watch it about 10 years ago, so I'm gonna give this another chance. Since
I remember being really impressed by the cinematography and everything. Like, it's a very good-looking movie. It's very well shot, and I liked the fact that it's one of those very subtle horror movies. Like, it's not in your face at all. It's all about creeping dread.
it's really subtle.
Yeah, it's very very well done, and a great fucking cast in there too. Like, there's some John Cassavetes, who himself was an exceptional director. Husband,
Exceptional actor and director. He's just he's a horse.
Absolutely. Good stuff. I want to get the Criterion on that one these days.
Next, he facilitated, because I'm broke until next month. He facilitated the purchase of Savage Streets for me.
Nice.
Now, there's a limited edition that was, I think, 2,000 pieces that has a normal number, but mine is the unlimited edition with 000.
So red.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, now I actually want to get Arrow video release and the Scorpion release because those are 2 DVDs that have all the special features. This has almost nothing.
Oh.
This is essentially a screen arc, a Twilight Time release. All it has an isolated score. That's it.
So you have it for the movie in the best possible quality, and you get the DVDs for all the extras.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Next up is the best release of this horror film called Slaughter High.
Ooh.
So that's pretty
nice.
cool.
Nice cover.
And then I mentioned that I wanted to subject everyone on LXD to this, so he sent me Night of the Lepus.
Night of the Lepus. I've never seen that.
Oh,
Heard of
it's
it.
awful.
Awesome. Should do
Next,
Manos, The Hands of Fate, at some point too.
Right. Next, he sent me Gutterballs, which is a horror comedy type. It's hard to explain. It's a bowling themed, very dirty horror film.
That's
Okay.
bowling themed?
Yeah. It's so he didn't really like it, and it's something I've been wanting to see. So.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
I had this exact copy of Fox's, and the ex-wife got it, and he got the Blu-ray that recently came out, so he sent me this.
Jodie Foster still playing up the young prostitute image in that, I see.
Yeah. The next stuff is from Celluloid Terror, another YouTuber. I won his contest, and he sent me a stack of movies. Black Cat from Anchor Bay. It's getting a Blu-ray
I used to have that exact edition.
It's getting a Blu-ray from Arrow
Nice.
with a beautiful limited box set. You're gonna want to get that.
Oh.
Next,
I remember that one being okay. I wasn't overly thrilled with it, but I did a review of it a few years back.
Lilith, a Vampire Who Comes Back, which is actually a movie I was about to buy on eBay for $6.
Nice.
And he sent it to me. This company, 17 Movies, they have very limited releases, and some of them are not very good, but only way to get these movies. This was actually by Chris also for my birthday box. A movie called
The Treatment.
Know nothing about it. Cool. For the prize package, I got Grabbers. Me and Justin like this one. Almost Human. Me and Justin like this one. Stakeland. I fucking love this movie to death. This is one of my favorites. The last 3 years I've seen. It's so good.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Check that out.
Next up are 3 movies I know nothing about. Sleep Tight by Wame Balaguero. So, That's worth watching. Hammer film called Wakewood. Know nothing about it. Frankenstein's Army. I had nothing about it.
Wow.
Oh, and
awesome.
I ordered these a while. It kind of took a while to get. I got Series 2 G.I. Joe. That was.
Yay! You were watching some of that today, eh?
Yes. So I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing Owen Neal's podcast, which we're recording tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I had to push it back 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
Because I got food poisoning, and then I had gastroenteritis, and then it was like one thing after another.
Yeah.
So I was tasked to choose 3 episodes of any show I wanted, and this show does not get enough love. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this show. And now I remember why it doesn't get enough love. Kind of bad.
Yes. It's honestly, I've watched maybe the first 10 episodes of it since getting the DVD set, and Operation Dragonfire is pretty good because it continues on from G.I. Joe the movie.
Right.
It kind of bridges the 2 series. The individual episodes, I remember enjoying them. I mean, they're fun, for sure. And the theme song's pretty good. The whole Got to Get Tough. Yo,
I
Joe.
love that theme song. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a very badass theme song. But in terms of just, I guess, the tone and the stories and stuff, I still think the original series is better.
I totally agree at this point.
Yeah.
I've only seen 3 episodes from this new stuff, but I will tell you that
the old that is new to you.
Yeah. What is interesting is I could name every fucking character because I had all the action figures of the series. So to me, that part, there's so much joy in it, seeing my action figures doing things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cesspool is like one of my favorite secondary villains. I just love that. And he's just awful in the show. He's just terrible. It's the lamest fucking villain. He's the coolest fucking toy because he's giant scar. Lamest villain, right? So,
Well, I
just
don't know.
a thing.
We'll see. We'll get there eventually on the Saturday morning show, but
Yeah.
I don't blame you for not
Ninja
waiting.
Turtles.
I don't blame you for not waiting to watch that because I know that you've been really stoked about checking it out again. By similar token, I will not be waiting to watch one of the things that I got, which
I'm done, by the way. So that was everything.
In a little bit. I figured. Stout, did you want to go next?
You want me to go next?
Sure.
Sweet.
I want to know. See, I know some of the things you got because you talked about it, but I'm really. You got 15 things. You did not tell me 15 things, so I'm curious.
All right.
Got 3 things out of 4 that I'm expecting from Go Hastings. One here was Grindhouse.
With the slipcover. Sweet.
Yep. I have that same edition, same slipcover.
It's not like really good edition.
Beautiful.
The slipcover, but it's.
It's Grindhouse. It's okay to have it rough.
First of all, some of the physical damage is actually purposeful. It's like a wearing, like on the front face. But yeah, you do have a little bit of wear on the spine. Yeah.
Creasing wouldn't be though.
No. Yeah.
Anyway,
it looks.
That's okay.
Actually, I've seen much worse. So your slipcover is actually in pretty good condition.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good that you got the slipcover. You can't find that anymore.
It's got different art.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I love this movie. And
I haven't seen that in like 15 years.
A really crappy case here.
I probably haven't seen it in about 30 years.
I hated it last time I saw it, and I know I won't hate it now. It was a different person when I watched it.
I remember liking it. I don't remember much about it, though.
It's a great movie. And then, to finish off the collection,
yes!
Activity 4, I've got all 5 of them now.
I didn't know you were missing any. I thought you had all of them.
I'm still missing 2.
Missing this one.
Okay. See, and I was missing the first one, which I used to have on DVD, but I wanted to upgrade, so finally got that, so awesome.
I'm missing 2 and 5. I'm missing 2 and 5.
We should all do like a rewatch in preparation for the new one coming out.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
So
Can we do it live?
All of these were $5, by the way. They're about $5.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, Grindhouse for $5 is a goddamn steal.
With the steel, with the slipcover.
Let me that edition. That's the first edition. The new the second edition you can get for that cheap sometimes. It's got different cover art. So, no slipcover.
And then at the pawn shop today, I made a really fucking cool haul. So $4 with the slipcover, American Hustle.
Nice.
Sorry.
In 3D.
It's coming right at you.
Right in the face.
Well, it was in B condition.
So $4 for that, and then $4 for Jerry Maguire. I don't care what anybody says. I love this movie.
I always like that one too. That's a good movie.
I've been wanting to get that one for the longest time, but I haven't been able to find it for less than like $8 on Blu-ray. So
I actually see that one.
Yes.
You're gonna hate me for this, Stout, but I see that on the $5 rack all the time.
Well, I got it for $4.
Well, there you go. I keep waffling, honestly.
Menace to Society.
This
Nice.
is the director's cut? Yeah, the director's
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah.
One of my viewers actually sent that to me. I still haven't watched it. I need to check that out.
It's a great
I've never seen it.
And then Superman, the movie.
Yes!
Which,
the good Superman movie.
Do note that that does not have all the special features from the 4-disc DVD.
I don't care.
What?
Just so you know. It's got none of the restored cartoons, and it's got none of the documentaries from the 3rd disc.
I have a complete set of the restored cartoons, so I'm not worried about that.
Right, but you're sure missing the 3 documentaries. That's
Yes.
what you're missing, though.
Trading Places, I remember that.
Trading Places. Great
You know,
Christmas movie.
Modern
I
Princeton, the Pauper Story.
I haven't seen that since the 90s, so I don't have any recollection of that.
And then The Patriot Extended Edition.
Awesome. Never seen it.
It's not the greatest movie ever, but I like it, all right.
Not a fan.
For $4,
It's the
all right.
post
It's the
Braveheart, full of himself, Mel Gibson.
Yes. So then, for $1 each, they had these DVDs. Now,
Ooh.
I went and found out that some of these were not as good as I thought, but when you're in the fucking store and they're $1 each, and you're just like, I either haven't heard of these or have never seen this before.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of hard to say no. So there's The
The
Veil.
Veil.
5 episodes of apparently what were only 10 episodes. Maybe there were more, I don't know. Of The Veil, a show, I guess, hosted by Boris Karloff.
Nice.
Never fucking heard of it.
Neither have I.
It was never broadcast, apparently.
Oh.
So it's like
What?
this show
Weird.
came out in the late
That's-
50s that never actually got broadcast, and
That's crazy. I would love to see that.
I'm finding it right now. Hold on.
I'll
he
read
did.
I'll read the back
He
here.
did another horror anthology series that he hosted. I think it was just called Terror or something like that.
It says The Veil, a spine-tingling television series devoted to the paranormal, stars Boris Karloff as the show's host. Hailed as one of the greatest television series that was never aired, The Veil unfortunately never made it to the small screen due to the financial problems of the show's film company. Television buffs that enjoy tension and suspense will be in these thrilling episodes, chock full of surprising twists and unexpected.
That is a fucking awesome find.
Okay,
Yeah,
So-
That's really cool.
Something Weird DVD released it, all 10 episodes, for it's $11.99.
yeah. This only has 5 episodes, mind you. So
Yeah,
when I
That's
found out
probably
they had
bootleg.
all 10 episodes, I was like, oh.
that's a bootleg, I think, actually, Stout.
No, it's not.
And welcome,
It's made by
Cass. We're just in the
Platinum
middle of
Disc
show and tell.
Corporation.
Yo, Platinum is definitely a bootleg then.
Yeah.
No, I know. They're
Speaking
that's
of
old school. It's a
bootlegs.
15-year-old DVD.
Yeah.
Speaking of bootlegs, from Legacy Entertainment.
Oh. A Mind Snatchers.
Holy crap!
That sounds like award-winning material right there.
Does that even
How
have a
do you see
legit
this in the
release?
pawn shop for $1? And you
Is that
know
Christopher
this and you
Walken?
don't pick it up. Yes.
Oh, what?
An old sci-fi movie from 1972 with Christopher Walken. Tell me you
my
don't buy
God.
that. Tell me.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
would
buy
totally buy that for $1. I'd buy that for $1.
Dude, you can get it
Literally.
coupled with the Glass House, another crap movie, for $6.
that.
Awesome.
And then Cigarette Burns here. This
Oh,
one is
that's a
on-
good choice.
That's a
this
good one.
is on Blu-ray
Yeah.
on the Masters of Horrors. Set
I've heard-
first one.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Master of Horror series, and I've heard that one in particular is a really good episode.
Season 1 almost all of them are good. Season 2 is hit and miss. Hi, Cass.
Well, hello. Hi, Cass. This one stars, it looks like it stars Norman Reedus and Udo Kier. So I was like,
Nice.
Sure.
And it's got an on-set interview with Norman Reedus, which I checked on the Blu-ray is not there. So
I like both of those actors.
yeah, when I was looking at the Blu-ray and then comparing it to this, I was like, actually, this
Blu-ray doesn't have the extras?
Hold
not
on.
all of them. It has some of them.
Oh, that sucks.
Like it has the audio commentary with John Carpenter and Drew McWeeny and Scott Swan, but I don't think it has all the special features on it.
Well,
Anyway, when I saw that, I was like, wow. From just the description of the show too, I was like, sounds cool to me.
yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
And then
Okay, so yeah, the DVDs all have special features. The Blu-rays do not.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Pretty cheap to get the DVD
Anyways.
box set for the whole series, though. So.
3 titles that I've been wanting to pick up, but I've been waiting because I want them to go on Blu-ray, and they're the kind of titles that should be on Blu-ray. Well, okay, maybe not the last one, but there are 2 titles here that should totally be on Blu-ray. First off, Hollywoodland.
I know, it's criminal it's not Blu-ray.
How is this not on Bluray? It
So
goes
good.
along with
Brody,
my Superman
Adrian
movies.
Brody.
If you love the Superman movies and like the mythos behind the Superman, the curse, and all that, you gotta watch that movie.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. And so when I saw it for $1, I was like, fine, I'll buy it just to wait before it comes out on Blu-ray. It
You know it's gonna come out in Blu-ray. now.
It better come out on Blu-ray, and I'm willing to pay $1 for the intro. You know. Speaking of which, The Fan.
Eh,
The Fan.
I saw that at a drive-in actually.
Wesley Snipes.
Like a couple
And
like
it's
G.I.
vaguely
Jane or something.
baseball related.
Perfect.
It was like a double bill with like G.I. Jane or some bullshit.
Last but not least, another one, but this one will not come to Blu-ray. Wait. Paranormantity.
Nice. I got that one.
That was shot in standard definition.
You got that for $1?
$1.
Awesome. That was that unexpectedly good one from the Asylum.
Why, yes,
I know, right?
but
The only good one.
Hollywoodland is an underrated film, actually. That is a actually true statement. It is a
Yes.
truly underrated film. Still paranormal
That is
itself.
That's it.
All right. So I got a pile of comic books and some movies and some games. What do you guys want to see first?
Oh, dude, I totally
didn't
forgot
ask me if I have any
these
show and
candles. Fuck.
You got here late. You can go left.
All
I have
right.
2 other things to show off at the end also because I forgot about. So,
Comic books.
comics, of course.
Okay, comic books. All right, first off, here we go. Got the latest issue of Gem and the Holograms.
Yay.
Great. Got the Misfits versus Gem.
She is
It
truly, truly outrageous.
An all-out food fight of doom. It's awesome. So much fun. Then picked up the latest issue of Big Trouble in Little China, issue number 13. So this one is the first one that appears to not have been co-written by John Carpenter. So it looks like he only did the first 12, just kind of get the ball rolling.
That's
And,
cool. I'm okay with that. You know.
Yeah, but it's great. It's really taking the story in some interesting directions. This is such a fun comic book. If you're a fan of the movie, I cannot recommend it highly enough.
The first trade is out for Volume 1.
Absolute blast. Yeah, I think the trades only have 4 issues in them, just so you know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're like $10, $11.
Oh, there you go. And then, having enjoyed the Big Trouble in Little China comics so much, I needed to check out the other one put out by the same studio, Escape from New York. So this one,
Yay.
you take a look at the first page here. Look where it starts.
Oh, yeah.
Right with the unraveling of the tape from the end of the first movie. So it picks up right where the first movie leaves off.
I haven't seen the movie.
Good.
All you know is that there's a tape unraveling.
Yep. Alright.
Great, now I know there's
Then,
tape unraveled.
And then we got issue
So great,
number
I'm going to be waiting the
2.
whole movie for the end.
And issue number 3. There's alternate covers for all of these. They do a lot of alternate covers.
Yep.
Same with Escape from New York.
I don't like a lot of them, so I'm glad that there's a variety that you can pick from. Because I'm like, oh, that one's nice. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's number 4. And then finally picked up number 5. There's 9 issues so far. I figured I'd just pick up the first 5 and check it out.
Snake in Russia? Oh no, that sounds awesome.
I'm liking it so far. Definitely a different tone than the Big Trouble in Little China, but you would expect that. Escape from New York is a lot grittier, a lot more serious. There is, a little bit of social commentary in there, of course. But Big Trouble in Little China is definitely a lot more sort of balls to the wall, craziness, whereas Escape from New York is a lot more dark and gritty.
Like it should be, you know.
As it should be. And then finally, got this one in the mail, along with all of Rosie's birthday stuff, actually. Got Star-Lord, Guardian of the Galaxy. So this is the original, hold on a second, the original Star-Lord from back in the day. Quite a bit different. The Peter Quill we know from the more recent comics.
Who wrote that?
The original was written by, I think it was Steve Englehart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Batman writers.
It was Steve Englehart. The writers are Steve Englehart, Chris Claremont, Doug Moench, and Timothy Zahn.
Dude, you just named off 4 A+, grade A, amazing writers.
Oh, I know. I mean,
Jesus.
It's really good. So the original first few Star-Lord appearances were black and white, and they are all presented here in all their glory.
I think Chris Claremont's been nominated for Nebula for like 2 different mediums, and one of the few people who has been.
And then,
I mean,
where is it here? We also have the Marvel Super Special of Star-Lord in there, which is the first full color.
I originally thought I was going to get that, but now I'm totally going to get that.
Yeah, I read the first couple of stories. Really enjoying it so far. It's very different. You're looking at basically grand sweeping space opera with this.
Yeah.
It's quite different from the Star-Lord that you know from the movies.
I've never read it. I mean, I've read of it a lot. I've never.
Yeah, I've been aware of it for a long time. Like I remember seeing the ads and stuff in other comics. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool, and then I never checked it out ever. But yeah, anyway, pretty affordable. I think you can get that for about $30.
I think
and
it's like 24 here.
There's a lot of comics in there. So yeah, good stuff. All right, what next? Movies or games?
Games.
Games.
Movies.
All
Best
right.
last movies.
I know a few people that are going to be happy about these particular selections. Just 2, but 2 notable ones. Got God of War Ascension for $9.98, brand new. This is at I think was it at Toys R Us? I think it was at Toys R Us actually. I got these.
I hate that you have a Toys R Us.
So yeah, so $10.
Like 3
hours. My God of War collection on the PS3 is now up to date. So commence
now
the
you
saga.
Just need the PS4 and the PS4 game that's coming out.
Yes, well I can wait. Then finally, I know a lot of people will be happy that I finally bought this for only $9.99. Batman: Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition.
I just got my copy from storage, actually.
Oh, there you go.
You know,
same thing too.
that game is still
pick-
fucking excellent.
I just got to pick up the other 2, and then we'll have some kind of Batman fest on Twitch at some point.
There's 3. There's 3 games.
The other 3? Okay, the other 3. Well, I think the other one's a PS4 one, though, so that does me no good.
Well, no, it's being released on PS3 also.
Oh, well, maybe I will then. We shall see. Anyway, there's 2 currently. There's 2 other ones currently. All right, so that is it for the games. So last but not least, got movies. So picked up. This was actually sent to me by my mom, and part of one little thing for me in the birthday package for Rosie, which is always nice. She's been recommending this for a while. She really likes this one and the second one. I think it's based on a comic book, if I'm not mistaken. Red. the special edition. So said it's a lot of fun, very kind of tongue in cheek and stuff, and just a little actiony fun. So looking forward to that. Apparently it's really good. But and then this one, had to get this for Halloween. This was the first 3D movie I ever saw. I originally saw this in the theater when it was released in the 80s, and it was in proper polarized 3D like we have now. That made a comeback in the 80s, and then we went back to red and blue for a while for no apparent reason, and then now we're back to polarized, as it should be. We got House of Wax 3D. Yeah, so there you go. And I remember seeing this in the theater. I mean, first off, I just loved it because it's a classic horror movie, and I love classic horror movies growing up, still do. And it's Vincent Price. Who doesn't love Vincent Price? And it was in 3D. I had no idea what 3D was. It was like a completely different experience for me. And my dad explained it to me, and he says, "Yeah, you wear these glasses, and it looks like things kind of pop out of the screen at you." And it's like, oh, cool. And I loved it. I thought it was. I mean, I thought the 3D effects were really cool. They have a lot of good 3D gags in there, and then and the movie itself is just really good too. It's like one of those rare cases where the 3D is used more just kind of to emphasize and expand the visual world without compromising the quality of the story. So this is a really nice edition. It's much the same as the DVD edition I had many moons ago. It's got all the same extras on it, including the 1933 Mystery of the Wax Museum movie, in standard definition only, though. But I was really stoked that they put out like a proper Blu-ray 3D of this. Like this may inspire me to finally get a 3D TV.
I believe that House of Wax standard Mystery of the Wax Museum is like a 6 gig rip, so it's a pretty good high quality rip. I hear.
Nice. Yeah, I watched both of them when I had the DVD, and I like both movies. Mystery of the Wax Museum is actually an early Technicolor film. It's like a 2-strip Technicolor process instead of the later 3-strip, and it has this kind of washed out color, but that's just the way it looks. Like that's just the process they used. But also just a really entertaining movie. It's similar to House of Wax. I mean, it's clearly inspired by the same story, but very different at the same time. So the two complement each other very nicely. Next up, the only one that's arrived in my hands so far, got Doctor Who, the greatest show in the galaxy. Watched this the other day for the first time in probably 20 years, and forgot just how good and creepy this one is. Has the obligatory creepy clown and stuff like that. It's a 7th Doctor adventure, story number 155. So almost darn near the end of the series.
We're nowhere near that. Okay.
No, we're only about 80 stories away from that one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Then next up, I think I mentioned this before, but I didn't actually show it, so I'll show it now. I did get the re-release of Season 1, Part 1 of Thundercats, primarily to have Episode 2 complete with the original music score, which, of course, the original release did not have. It had an alternate version that was missing the music. So this has the full version with the music. So now I've got both versions of it. And finally, last but most certainly not least, finally picked up the remake series from a few years back. This is all 26 episodes. This is actually a print-on-demand title, funny enough, and they're upside down. Hold on a second.
Of course they are. That's how it always happens when you open those files.
There we go. So we got all 26 episodes of the newer
series. You could like gingerly place them, close it, and then slowly open it, and they'd still rotate upside down by the time you opened it.
It's like when you drop the toast; it always lands butter side down.
Exactly.
So yeah, I will not be waiting until we watch all 130 episodes of the original because I really want to check this out. So yeah, I'll be watching that on my own.
You're gonna be so pissed off.
I failed by episode 5, dude. I was done. Honestly.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got all 26. I am going to power through them and we'll see what.
You're a braver man than I.
Can't wait to see you.
Maybe it's one of those things that gets better as it goes on. Who knows? We'll see.
No, you're gonna get like 7 episodes in, and there's gonna be a fucking 200-word rant, 2,000-word rant in your fucking Facebook page.
All I've seen of it is they had like a 9-minute preview clip shortly before the first episode premiered. And I liked what I saw in that. Like I get that they were going in a different direction with it, but I liked what I saw in that. So, but I mean, that's 9 minutes. We'll see what happens. All right. So there. That's it for show and tell for me. And I guess if nobody else has anything else, well, good night.
I actually have 2 more things.
All right, Brad. Skinslip has a couple things. Okay. Go ahead, Skinslip.
No, go ahead, Cat, while I figure it out.
It's more that I wanted to make an anecdotal comment on something, and the longer you shove me off, the less relevant it becomes. And I'm like, that little thing you said 14 minutes ago that nobody's going to remember. But no, I saw a funny. You're mentioning the thing about toasts always landering. Damn it!
God damn it, Jerry.
Toast laundering.
When toast always lands buttered side down.
Yes.
Which is true. You pick it up and you get all the dirt on the floor attached to it.
Yes. Damn it!
But I saw a thing online. It was commenting on how that's a universal truth.
Yes.
And the other universal truth.
I know the thing you're thinking of.
With the cat? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those who haven't seen it yet, it says the other universal truth is that cats always land on their feet. So if you strap a piece of toast to the back of a cat, you'll create this infinite vortex where just nothing can land.
That's right. It'd be like a perpetual energy generator.
Yeah. And you just attach it to a windmill and have like perpetual energy.
There's a great shot in that where the guy's like putting the toast thing to the test, and he like puts the toast about an inch from the table, and then drops it, and it goes flip.
Okay, so I got 2 more things. There's a company called Horror Decor. That's horrordecor.net. They make this killer clown from outer space cotton candy candle.
Oh, like scented candle? Nice.
They also
That
made the
smells so good.
Ecto Cooler one also.
Let's make a what? Sorry.
The Ecto Cooler one, which is right here.
Oh, okay.
Which I had the prototype before, actually. It's not even an official. That's the prototype. I need to buy an official one. It doesn't smell like Ecto Cooler. It smells like ass. It's cool.
It smells like ass.
It doesn't smell like ass. That's way too harsh. But it doesn't smell. I want an official because I know it'll smell more like Ecto Cooler. All right. Yes. And then last but not least, I got the all out of gum Roddy Piper candle.
Nice.
Which on the opposite side it just says inhale.
Inhale. Ah, nice.
And now, in honor of his passing, I shall light this for the only time it will ever be lit.
There you go. So, presumably, it will smell like bubblegum.
That's the idea.
Excellent.
It's for you, Roddy.
Inhale. Yay.
And I shall let it burn for a few minutes.
Fill the room with bubblegum scent.
Yep.
Excellent.
It'll never be lit again.
So speaking of comics, I've been reading Dan Abnett's run on Guardians of the Galaxy. It's been my bedtime reading. I just finished issue 7 last night, and god damn, that's a good series. I am really enjoying it a lot. I guess no, it was issue 6 I finished last night, because it kind of left off at a significant point there. But the last couple issues were from the Secret Invasion from a few years back, which was a big crossover event where basically the Skrulls were planning to invade Earth secretly. And this was kind of the Guardians of the Galaxy's discovery of that plot and their involvement. Well, very passing involvement in it. They didn't really... They're way out in the frickin' far edges of the universe. They didn't really deal with Earth very much. But yeah, very, very cool. Really enjoying it a lot. So I definitely recommend you guys pick that up if you haven't already. It's 2 volumes for the complete series. They did 25 issues. The first one has 12 issues. The second one has the remaining 13. But really great art. Very, very good artwork. And just a really gripping story. Full of the characters that you... Well, the characters that you know from the movie, obviously, but also a lot of other characters that did not make it into the movie, such as Adam Warlock and the dog. Oh, what the fuck is his name? I can't remember now. But the Russian dog, you see him briefly in the movie, but Cosmo, that's who it was. Yeah, in the actual comics, the dog talks. Like he's a talking dog, and he's kind of like the commander of Nowhere, which is their base of operations.
And I guess he like turns out to be like one of the most powerful psychics in the universe or some crazy shit later on.
Yeah, he's a very powerful psychic, and he speaks in a Russian accent, and he takes no shit. But what's funny is occasionally he'll have like little dog moments, like just things like, you know, talking about humping someone's leg or something. Just something random will come out, like in the middle of this diatribe of like, you know, reprimanding the Guardians, and it would just be some dog thing will come out, and it's like, yeah. Try to be so high and mighty, but still, you're still a dog. And he's a fun character. I hope that they do more with him in the coming movies, because he's a fun character. But
yeah, comics. I was looking at picking up the Southland Tales prequel trilogy hardcover, and the other one I was looking at was was the Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham, which is like a Mike Mignola story.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, and Batman Second Chances was the other one, which is about Robin, and like the second Robin, Jason Todd.
Oh, okay. So, there's a few Batman ones I'd like to pick up. I really need to check out The Long Halloween.
You need to read that, and Dark Victory, and Catwoman Win in Rome.
Okay, that, what else? There was also Hush, was apparently another really good one.
Yeah.
Want to check that out. Under the Red Hood, of course, because I really love the movie. So I want to read the story. The Man Who Laughs, yeah. That's
there's Red Hood Dark Days, also.
Yeah.
Or Darker Days, I can't remember. That's a key volume, also.
Yeah, there's some good, a lot of good Batman stories over the years that I have not experienced yet, so I need to get on that. Might check out the Court of Owls as well, which apparently is one of the better New 52 stories.
I'm gonna watch the animated movie, and if it catches my interest, I'll read it. Like that's
Batman, Son of Batman, I think, isn't it?
That's Batman versus Robin.
Or Batman versus Robin.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Batman versus Son of Batman teases Court of Owls.
Oh, okay.
But the Court of Owls is the next volume. So.
Right.
I have yet to watch it. I watched Son of Batman, but I haven't watched Batman vs. Robin yet.
All right. Yes. When I get around to marathoning those, I have to make sure to watch them in the right order.
Yes, you do.
I think I have them on the shelf in the right order, so I'll just go in order of the shelf.
Wikipedia is your friend for that. So.
Yes.
I still need to see Gods and Monsters. So.
I just picked up Gods and Monsters.
I know you did.
Yes. I've seen some clips from it. It actually looks really good. Very different.
I've never read the comic. I've never,
No, neither have I. I've seen some of the shorts. Like in particular, I saw one short. Well, I think I mentioned in the update actually. There's one with Harley Quinn. Very psycho and dangerous and deadly Harley Quinn.
I really, really want a complete volume of DC Nation shorts because
that'd be great.
The Wonder Woman one, I want to see that on Blu-ray. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorite shorts ever. It's like the '70s influenced Wonder Woman.
Nice.
With a muscle car.
Okay.
It's so cool. I had it on Geeky TV like for a while. It was playing on Geeky TV. So.
I wish we would get like a full animated Jonah Hex movie, because
or a new movie that would be good.
I really liked that one short they did. Like I watched that short over and over again. I just thought it was so good.
I just give the script to somebody who knows the character.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Palmiotti, have him write up your script. Have a Hollywood writer kind of go over it once over to make it a little more accessible because he's a comics writer. No offense to him. And then give it a decent director and cast Josh Brolin back as a Hex because that was perfect.
He was great.
Yeah.
Like he was easily the best thing in that movie.
Megan Fox wasn't a problem in that movie.
No. She played a prostitute.
Yeah. But her character wasn't I don't know. She was more useful.
Well, yeah. The thing is, like the way the marketing went, you kind of thought that she was going to be his sidekick through the whole freaking movie, but she really isn't. I mean, she's in it a couple of times when it's relevant, but
she's key to the story, but she's not in the whole movie. So
yeah,
it feels like it kind of got the shaft, like Lone Ranger got the shaft, you know?
Yeah.
If I may interject after sitting here doing this like 500 times.
Oh, have you been trying to interject? Okay.
She got the gong out, man.
That strange guy says, I've finally watched the movie. Thank you, Sean. That strange guy says he's finally watched The Big Lebowski. Great movie.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah. Late to that party, too.
God, apparently 4 more boxes are going to be shipped to me soon, so hopefully, fingers crossed, my digibooks and my...
You're outdoing me for packages now.
Well,
actually, I remember
packages. Just ship from storage.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
I remember I really wanted to watch that with you, Sean, when I knew you hadn't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
To see your reactions to various parts.
Yes.
Fucking love that movie.
I pictured your reactions to various parts because I know what makes you laugh.
Yeah. Well, like, of course, in particular, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Well, the other one I thought would get you was when he was having the dream about flying, and then he just reaches off screen and pulls over a bowling ball, and he looks at it like, ah! He just like looks at the bowling ball like, ah! Just dragged out of the sky.
Oh, the part I loved too was when he's driving and he goes to throw out the joint and it lands down like in between his legs. It's like pouring the beer on it to try and put it out, and he's like trying to get it. And he crashes into the dumpster, and I just love how it's like he's already had a huge accident in that car, and then he crashes again. Yeah, I liked that as sort of something. You know, the car just kept getting more and more destroyed over the course of the film.
That's right.
But yeah, because I
watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it got shot at, crashed. The guy who actually owned the Corvette smashed all the windows out of it. And then, yeah.
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
Why do we not have a gif of that?
Or find the stranger in the Alps.
When you find a stranger in the Alps. That's right.
Yeah. We need both of those. We need in the ass and in the Alps.
I'm on it!
Oh my god.
I needed a mic drop gif earlier, and Justin's like, I'm on it, I got it.
John Goodman was so great in that movie.
Oh, I know. And it's apparently one of his favorite roles he's ever done, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've heard in interviews.
He's also amazing in Matinee, I'm just going to say.
I know my best friend, he's watched The Big Lebowski a number of times, too. His two favorite parts are, first of all, he loves the part, and I've grown to love it, too, when he goes to Maud's place and there's that random giggling guy just sitting in the chair, like, reading the paper. At one point, the dude's just like, who the fuck is this guy? He's just sitting there giggling at, like, everything they're saying.
Speaking of giggling at random things, I gotta go heat up some leftover pork chops.
That had nothing to do with anything.
No, but everyone who got that 9 movie pack for $5 from Walmart, the one with Matinee and Cloak and Dagger and The Wizard, watch Matinee. It's a delightfully wonderful love letter to film.
Nice.
It's a beautiful fucking movie. I love it.
The other one I was gonna say, the other part that you really like, that I also really like too, is the whole scene when they're talking to the funeral director. about the cost of the urn.
Oh, yes.
And then he's just, all of a sudden, Walter just out of nowhere, he's just like, God damn it! You know, hear his voice echoing through the place.
Were you going to say something, Justin?
Nah. I just actually found both of them. One of them is him smashing the car, and the other one is him in the house, officially saying it.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But it'll do.
That'll do. That'll do. Didn't have to be the same shot. It's alright.
Jesus, putting Graham.
Oh, Burn After Reading. I gotta see that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of parts of that, and it actually looks pretty good.
It's pretty good. It wasn't my favorite Coen Brothers movie, but it was alright.
Joeless fuck.
I actually just kind of caught up on TV shows while I was sick this week, and actually finally finished The West Wing.
Cool.
All 7 seasons. And now I've just got to find a time to get Stout to start watching with me, and I'll start it all over again. Which I'll happily do, because it's a great series.
I've never seen it. Oh.
It's good. It's a really good blend of comedy and drama, I think.
I'd be interested in joining in that if you wouldn't mind.
No, you're not allowed. Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
There we go.
Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Assholes.
There we go.
Yay, we have the gifts. Find a stranger. Fuck a stranger. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Actually, one I just discovered today, another Aaron Sorkin series, which I'd never seen before, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, never seen it?
Nope.
It's about, it's kind of the behind the scenes of a late night comedy series. That sort of thing. I watched the first episode, it was really good. It's actually kind of funny to watch it if you've watched The West Wing, because that series started in 2006, and yeah, it has a lot of familiar faces from The West Wing. Not like one of the main actors is Bradley Whitford, who, of course, was in The West Wing, and he's been in a bunch of other stuff, so he's one of the more main ones. But there's a lot of other smaller roles you just kind of notice, like, oh, hey, it's so and so, or you know.
Have you ever seen Sports Night?
I haven't, no.
It just sounds like it's like a behind the scenes, like day of the life of like sports channel or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's a good show.
Yeah, Studio 60, I think, only lasted 1 season and it got canceled.
Sports Night only lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah. Studio 60 was, apparently, though, it was one of those ones that was really unfortunate. It just never really got a chance to take off. Actually has, one of the other main characters is played by, what's the actor's name now? Chandler from Friends. Matthew Perry.
Matthew Mary.
Yes. That is an interesting dinner.
Health food.
A slice of pizza, 3 breaded pork chops, and dip.
And 3 pork chops. Yes. Hey, I'm having water.
I was going to say, that's the healthiest thing on the tray.
Leftovers, I assume?
Yes, leftovers.
Yeah.
Not cooking tonight.
Nope.
Not cooking tonight. Not cooking tonight.
I was just thinking that.
Fucking nerds.
Yep. So JL messaged me and sent me a link to an article. Apparently, they're doing a combined live action and CG remake of The Secret of Nim.
Huh. Okay.
Looking towards turning it into a series of films.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not opposed to that. The original's in good hands. We have a good Blu-ray of it. You know, like.
Yep.
I'm alright with it.
Well,
original exists. You know.
Well, I mean, it sounds like an expansion of the original story.
Right.
The speculation is that the first one will actually tell the story of Jonathan, Mrs. Frisbee's husband, who we heard a lot about in the original movie, but we didn't really see his story. It was kind of in flashback and stuff.
Right.
Which could be interesting.
I'm down for it. I mean, it's been long enough. It's got its own movie that stands on its own, you know. Like,
yeah. Well, and the original has a sequel as well.
Yeah. Here, I've never seen it, but.
No, neither, but I love the original though.
Ludo just saw Figuring In for the first time last night, apparently, along with Last Action Hero.
Wow.
What?
You watched a lot of interesting movies last night.
Yeah, I love both of those movies for various reasons.
Oh wow, really? That's kind of a funny coincidence.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
I think the real question we should be asking here about this movie is, will Don Bluth be involved?
I
Don
don't
Bluth
know.
alive?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Does Don Bluth give a shit? Or Don Bluth just gonna get his fucking
Well,
money?
the thing is, I mean, it was based on a book, so I mean, this is just
It's
basically
nothing to do
another
with Don Bluth. Yeah.
another take on the book. Yeah.
The part
That's what I could have
CGI.
sworn that Don Bluth had died.
I know, right?
I don't know why.
Bro.
No, he is very much alive.
There are interviews with him on my Dragons Lair Blu-ray
Hmm.
and commentaries.
Oh, that's cool.
hmm
That's
They
quite
do like
valuable, isn't it? That Dragon Slayer Blu-ray.
I don't know.
It's like, so Mr. Booth, what was your inspiration behind Dragon's Lair? Got to like a Ouija board and they're like moving the answers around.
Yes, Duncan, you must see The Secret of Nim.
Yeah, it goes for like $90, dude.
Holy crap, really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
What goes for $90?
Dragon Slayer Blu-ray.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Fucking rare as shit.
I will take extra good care of it now.
What's
I
too
realize
bad
that.
about Nightmare Eve, Ludo? The fact that they haven't put it on Blu-ray yet, or
It's a very nice Blu-ray. My only complaint is that the image is cropped for 16:9.
Space Ace goes for $100 also,
Fuck.
and
Yeah, I
Dragon
wanted to get
Slayer
that
2. Dragon Slayer 2 goes for $15.
All right. I'll have to pick up Dragons Lair 2.
If you can find Dragon Slayer 2, apparently it's retardedly hard to find.
Oh.
Rob, I
Actually-
actually did a review of Song of the Sea just last week on my
Awesome.
YouTube channel. Very good.
I actually have an original Laserdisc, an unused Laserdisc that would have been for the Dragons Lair 2 game.
Oh, wow.
So it would have been one of the actual discs that goes into a game cabinet, but there was a stock of them that had never been used in arcades. So I got one of them from an eBay auction a while back.
Nice. Is that
Yeah,
a
it's
complete
awesome.
game on one
Oh
disc?
yeah, no, it's a full game disc.
Can you play it
Uh,
on a Laserdisc player? Can you
Yep.
just throw it in? Oh, wow.
Yep. You can just watch it.
Nice.
Watch every scene, every death scene, every hidden item, all of it. Just play. The only thing is,
So cool.
as it plays, when it hits kind of a decision point, or like a break in the scene, it'll pause. So you just hit play again to keep going.
Ah.
But yeah, really cool. I got to see stuff that I'd never seen before.
You got Space Ace too, don't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I almost got a Space Ace Laserdisc, but I had to bail on it because I didn't have the money.
Not on Blu-ray, but, you know. But yeah.
I wish I had it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, since it's $100.
Now, Space Ace and Dragons Lair 2, they did properly on Blu-ray. They have both 16:9 and original 4:3 versions.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they didn't with Dragons Lair. That said, it does look gorgeous.
Ha! There's a sealed one on eBay for $300.
Oh, Dragons Lair?
Space Ace on Blu-ray.
Jesus. Yeah.
No one's
I would
gonna
love
buy
to get
that.
those. I was obsessed with Laserdisc games when I was younger.
You would be.
Well,
Yeah.
I always loved Dragon's Lair myself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dragons Lair's great.
Just the hour of
Yeah. I have the Daphne Laserdisc game emulator and the accompanying MPEG files, like DVD files.
Nice.
All the games. So I got those games in some form. It would be nice to have the high def version though. But a lot of those Laserdisc games are super rare. Like that's the only way you can play them now is through those Daphne emulators.
Road Avenger. That's one of my favorite FMV games. I think that was the Laserdisc game in Japan.
Sorry, which one was it?
Road Avenger.
Oh yeah, I know that one. That's a good one.
The GameStack did a review of it, and then they did a bad subtitle job, and it's fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
They did. I think that's from the makers of Cobra Command.
That is
one that I really liked. But Road Avenger, they actually adapted that for the Sega CD.
They did.
Along with Time Gal and Revenge of the Ninja were two other ones.
Yep.
Never played Time Gal. I did play Revenge of the Ninja, though. I have some old playthrough videos of it somewhere.
Jesus.
They will be retro episodes at some point.
Dig that shit out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Arrow's Videodrome sold out over the week, and
already, eh?
it's already fetching like $80 on
wow.
secondary market. It's gonna hit 100 by the end of the year probably.
I got my Criterion. I'm happy.
Yep, I have Criterion, and then all you need is the Fast Company Blu-ray and/or DVD, and there was one other set. Oh, the Scanners Blu-ray, and you'll have all the short films.
Oh, perfect.
So you actually don't need any of the other stuff. So, but
Awesome. Well, one cool thing about the Videodrome Criterion set is they include the original Videodrome videos in their uncut form.
So did Arrow, but apparently Arrow found the original film sources.
They were shot on video.
Apparently they found some source because these are like amazing quality, and then they forgot to
might be something.
And then they forgot to put them on the disc.
There might be something else.
Issue a new disc.
Well, because they talk about that, like those sequences were filmed on standard depth video. Like that was the whole point of them, was to make them look shitty.
But I guess they found some shit that's not on ours. So, but then they forgot to put them on the disc so that they issue a new one. They're like, fuck. They got out the door and they're like, oh. So it says it has on the back, but it doesn't actually have it on the back. It accidentally left off the disc. It's fucking sad. It's like, really? Beautiful limited edition, you fucked it up.
Good job, guys. Good job.
I'm imagining there'll probably be a non-limited edition released, and it just won't have the nice book or whatever, at some point.
Ludo says, I don't know how you could beat the Criterion for Videodrome. It looks like it was shot really recently.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a very nice one. I really enjoyed watching that again. Like, I definitely appreciated it more now than I think I did when I was like 12 and saw it for the first time.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time, like, I don't know, like 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
No, I wouldn't have been 12. I was probably like 18. I think I saw it when I was in Selkirk.
About 10 years ago. I was in film school at the time. Yeah, 11 years ago.
Oh, Jack says Arrow has more extras, a 100-page hardcover book, and all shorts in HD.
Yes, that is true. There's stereo and Crimes of the Future are not in HD on the U.S. release. That's the only difference. But the only other extras that they have that are exclusive are some interviews. So, just like Criterion has some interviews that are exclusive and stuff, like that's how it goes. They each have their own thing. You could get in either one or both, but they're both good,
Yeah. Yeah, as much as I enjoyed it, it's not enough for me to double dip on it anyway, so.
Exactly, so I didn't either. Yeah. I didn't like Crimes of the Future or stereo, so I don't really care if I have them in high def.
There you go.
They're alright. Also, Fast Company is kind of bad, too.
Duncan saw Videodrome when he was 12.
Jesus.
That explains so much.
I was in my 20s when I saw it. It was still amazing.
It's a good film.
Yep. It's my first Criterion DVD, and then also my first Criterion Blu-ray.
Really?
Along with Breathless, yeah. I bought both of them at the same time on DVD and both at the same time on Blu-ray.
I did not know that.
I waited for both on Blu-ray before I bought any Criterion Blu-rays.
And I now have your Breathless DVD.
You do? I don't know who had my... I thought I had Videodrome also.
No, you didn't. I think you talked about it, but never did.
Then I guess someone else got it? Fuck, I don't know. I don't
Yes.
have it anymore, obviously.
All I know is it wasn't me.
Yeah, I really want someone to put out a beautiful Blu-ray of Cronenberg's Crash from '96.
Yeah, I remember you were very adamant about sending me your Breathless because you really wanted me to check it out.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah.
And I did. As part of the movie marathon, no less.
I know.
It's a fantastic movie. Inspirational.
I made sure it was a special experience.
That's the one where you had to like rebuild your whole computer too, huh? Or was that the one?
Well,
after?
no, I didn't rebuild it. I cleaned it.
Oh yeah.
I cleaned the computer. This is when I still had cans of compressed air. I didn't have the air compressor yet.
Yeah, I did a video about having to clean up my computer also. I accidentally installed the fan. Okay, it's not. I didn't realize the fan was faultily put together. So when I installed the what was supposed to be an exhaust fan, which was supposed to pull the hot air out of the case, it was instead pushing cat hair into the case because the arrow was misprinted on the case fan.
Oh, this way, we think.
Yeah, and then of course because it was sucking cat hair in constantly, it was irreparably damaged. So
awesome.
I was like, oh, there goes that fan completely.
Mm-hmm.
But I was pulling out like tufts of hair from I have a giant pillar cooler on my my processor, so I'm pulling hair out from these like ridges.
Oh.
It was just like chunks and chunks of hair. I was like, God damn, this is why I was having so many problems with my computer. Because my processor was struggling. It was overheating doing menial tasks.
Full of cat hair.
Yeah.
So was it like a night and day difference after?
Yeah. Everything works now.
Awesome.
Still takes me 2 hours to render fucking 60 frame videos at 20 minutes of length, you know?
Well, it's a 60 frame video. Of course it's going to take that long.
I know.
Yeah, it takes double whatever it would normally take.
Yep.
Not longer.
Longer because I'm usually doing shit on top of it, you know?
When I do like a 20-minute video, at 60 frames, it takes about an hour to render.
Yeah, but you have two computers, so you could like go do stuff. I'm on the same computer, so I'm doing stuff on the computer that's rendering. So
yeah,
I know that has a problem.
Watch something on Netflix.
Still takes CPU. That's the problem, you know.
Oh, it does. Not for me.
Well, I can still do other stuff. Like
PS4, right?
Sony Vegas is pretty good at managing resources. Like it's a pretty smart program.
Yeah.
Like I'm able to be rendering. I can still be going on the web and looking at YouTube videos and shit like that. Like it doesn't stutter at all.
Yeah, I don't have any stutter issues. It just takes longer to render. It just increases your render time.
Yeah, probably. But I figure if it's rendering in the background and I'm still able to do other stuff, then whatever.
Exactly. Like
half the time I don't even notice it's done. It's like, oh, it's done.
It's probably been done for like an hour. Shit.
I could have been doing other things instead of just mindlessly scrolling through Facebook and liking things.
So, what happened this week? Did things happen? News related? World?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really hear about much. Well, Disney revealed their big slate of films coming out over the next couple of years.
The entire Pacific Northwest is on fire. In parts of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I can still smell it. It smells like a campfire everywhere you go.
Yesterday, I couldn't see 5 feet out my door. It was so smoky.
That's crazy.
Well, I remember actually, I don't know how it was up where you are, Sean, but I remember down here about a month ago or something like that.
Yeah.
There were a lot of the wildfires out in the Okanagan and that had blown westward. And
yeah, we got a lot of that up here too. Like the sky was yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With clouds. And
blood red skies for days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like I talked to my landlord, and I walked outside. I look at the sky and everything. I'm like, why does it look like 1982 everywhere? Like this makes no sense.
Everything's it's like the opening to Matinee. It's like, why is everything?
It's like this like the sepia tone, you know.
Why does it look like?
Why is it so artsy out here?
I feel like I'm in an old film. Like
It looks like Night of the Comet out here. Jesus.
Why is it Tatooine out here? What the fuck? Jesus.
Why is it another movie reference out here? I mean, Jesus.
insert name of
Another
movie here.
I just backdraft in my backyard. Let me see if I can see the fire yet. Nope. It hasn't reached the hill. 14 miles that way, the fire is heading towards us.
Let me go check the fire as he moves his paper blinds.
So as Brandon's chatting with us, when we see the blinds just go boom.
Damn it!
Yeah. I was just like, well, AFK.
I'll be back, maybe.
I have to go, guys. I'm on fire.
Everything's awful. Everything's terrible.
That's like one of my favorite Bash quotes. All it said was somebody just said AFK tornado.
Oh God.
Just look out the window like, huh, I want to get out of here.
I better let everyone know.
I remember there was another one where somebody did something like that, and then somebody commented on like, how stupid are you to have to type this instead of dealing with whatever emergency it is?
Hmm.
I think the guy was like, AFK, there's a small fire burning in my room.
AFK, computer fire.
Time it took you to type that.
Yeah. Correction, it's not a large fire.
Typos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now a large fry.
Well, hello, beginning of Paranoid.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's
Oh my God, that was the beginning of Paranoid just now.
Dizzy.
Oh, wow.
Dun, dun.
sit down, don't pass
That's
it
not
out.
Paranoid. Boom, boom. Ba-da-da-da-da, boom, boom.
Smoke in the air doing that shit?
Apparently.
Ow! I heard it.
Dun, dun.
Your head needs oxygen, Spirit. That's why it hurts.
The NIV. Might be NIV.
You're reminding me of the Afro Ninja. Like after he hits his head, when he has that brief stumble moment, he like hits himself with the nunchucks. Falls over. He's like, I'm okay, and the guy's like, nope, sit down, don't move.
So the other thing that happened this week.
I think it was. Sorry. I think it was just a few specks of shake and bake went down my windpipe.
Oh,
Sweet Leaf. Sweet Leaf is what I'm thinking of. Your cough reminded me of Sweet Leaf from Black Sabbath.
Musical. Duncan asks if I'm incubating an alien.
Yes. He is.
Yeah, Pluto says, AFK, I died.
And then that strange guy says, AFK, I'm being rubbed at gunpoint. Rubbed at gunpoint? Gunpoint. Oh my God. Stop rubbing me.
I'm gonna rub the fuck out of you.
Oh, so I had something to show.
Oh yeah, you said hours ago you had some show and tell.
Yes, during the show and tell.
Alright, what do you got?
So this is what I got for free.
A white box?
An Apple TV.
Oh, a Mac Mini.
Yes, Sean is correct.
Holy crap.
Awesome.
How did you get that for free? Don't you usually need a second mortgage for one of those?
Or two?
I went out to my landlord to mention that my rent check might bounce, and he was like, oh, I haven't cashed it yet. Oh, and here's a computer.
Wow, that's incredibly
pretty
generous.
much what happened.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, because I happened to go up just to let him know, and actually it was funny because, I told you about this. I told you about this, Sean. Because my XSplit license renewed, and so PayPal took it out of my bank account, and I didn't realize.
Oh.
I thought it was going to go through. I think on my Visa, that's normally set up.
Oh,
but,
yeah. My PayPal payments almost always default to your bank account.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know every time I try to pay something manually, it's always like, do you want to use your bank account? It's instant and it's fast. No.
No, because it's not instant and it's not fast.
No, it takes like several days to clear. And then they're like, and if it doesn't clear, that's no problem. We'll just use your second. I'm like, yes, it is a problem because my bank will hit me with an NSF fee if it doesn't go through. You know,
no problem for you, PayPal.
Yes. So yeah, it came out of my bank account. So I just.
What does it mean this time?
Reliving a few minutes ago.
Now I've got Sweetly stuck in my head, actually.
Okay.
Apparently I cough with wonderful rhythm.
Anyways, so yeah, I happened to log into my bank in the morning and saw that I was $3 short of my rent check clearing. That I'd already handed to my landlord a few days previous. So after work, I had put the money in there, but the bank's funny sometimes. If the check's already processing, it won't matter because it'll already gone through. So I just wanted to let it.
I was just going to say, a lot of the times it's just $3, they just let it go.
CIBC doesn't always.
It's funny. Hey, I can't pay you. Oh, that's fine. Have a
Montreal.
several $100 machine for free. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Bank of Montreal and their unspoken overdraft limits that never seem to be limited.
Mm-hmm. So now I went up and just to let him know, and he hadn't actually cashed it yet, so it wasn't a problem.
And then he gave you a computer.
$500.
Yeah, well, he was and his daughter, they were like cleaning her room and like getting rid of stuff, and so apparently
finding piles of old Macs laying around. What are we gonna do with all these?
Well, at first, what I got, it's kind of sitting over with some other stuff. I can't really dig it out, but I got a new monitor.
Nice.
So I now actually have, because I also have the one Brandon gave me, so now I have a second monitor once I get the PC
sweet.
I forgot I sent that to you. Jesus.
Yeah. Which so the one Brandon sent me, I'm going to use as my main monitor because it's the bigger one.
Big one. Yeah.
And then it'd be nice to have that one. So if we're watching something, I can like have the Hangout over on the other side, or
that's what I do.
It's not the greatest monitor. I apologize.
I have the 40-inch for the main thing, and then I can have the chat room open over on the other computer.
I'm buying a 40-inch 4K. It's gonna be so beautiful.
Brandon's going all out.
So I got a monitor, and then I also said, do you want a computer? Because apparently it's not working, but I think all it just needs the operating system reinstalled and have the hard drive wiped and everything.
So of course,
software.
Yeah, it's not a hardware issue from what I know. If it is, then whatever. But
of course, the 4K has nothing to do with movies and everything to do with the fact that I get vast landscape of
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
monitor.
at 40 inches, you're not going to see any difference.
Nope.
Even like
color.
The nose
That's the only thing that might look better. Color.
And even then, it's going to be so minimal.
Yep.
So what I'm thinking is, once I get this new little Mac Mini up and running, is transfer everything off of my old, huge, giant iMac and probably just get rid of
it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because then it won't be such a hassle to move.
If you can.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you can figure out how to transfer the data.
Or just put it on USB key or something to move it over.
Yeah.
Assuming it recognizes them.
It does.
Okay.
Yep.
You even know what kind of computer we're talking about?
Doesn't matter.
You naysayer. Jesus.
They all use FAT32. It's fine.
Alright. It's one of the original iMacs, like one of the berries.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it can do FAT32. It's that PC can't do anything with the Mac stuff. That was the problem.
So, although being as old as it is, it may only be USB 1.
It'll be so slow.
So be prepared. Yeah, be prepared to let it go for a while.
An hour or more at least.
And it probably won't recognize like the super, super, super high capacity sticks.
Oh, you're not going to be able to use anything over 8 gigs.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But I don't think your entire hard drive on that is more than 8 gigs.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, so just,
I doubt I actually have more than a gig of stuff on there.
Go with a 4 gig if you're getting a new one. If you're getting a new thumb drive, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Wrong button.
Yeah, well, my keyboard is on the floor because I have my plate here.
Right.
And I shifted in my chair and my toes just kind of brushed the keyboard, so it's like, and suddenly the Hangout was gone. I'm like, no!
Control Shift T, bring it back.
Actually, I think I hit the F5, so all I did was refresh the Hangout.
Oh.
I showed Alex, because I know he wasn't sure if he had seen it, I showed him all 3 of the If Google Was a Guy videos.
Oh, God, I love those videos so much.
So fucking funny.
I love the one where it's like, well, your search for... it turned up no results, and it's a cat.
Yep. And he's like, Sonic the Hedgehog pics. And he's like looking like the old Sega Genesis character. Safe search off. Oh God, what have you done?
Safe search off. No.
That's funny.
And at the end, he's like, clear history. Gets up the flamethrower.
I should add those to the TV playlist.
Those are so fucking funny. Like, they did them so well.
I saw the end of the first one. It's like, Boston Bomber. He's like, that's real tragedy. Cute one. Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking
one.
shit.
I love the one with the guy just sitting by himself as Bing. It's like, come on in, guys. It's awesome.
It's awesome in here.
They'll be here soon.
Well, and I think it's in the second one where he just gets in like a screaming match with Siri.
Oh, that was the third one.
Like, how long is the Serengeti? Certainly, I can look that up for you. Pictures of spaghetti. It's like, that's not what she asked for. No, how long is the Serengeti? More pictures of spaghetti. How long is the Serengeti? More pictures of spaghetti.
I know, he's like, that's not what she asked for. That's not what she asked for. He's just like, it's like, sorry, I don't see spaghetti in your contacts. He's like,
he's like totally mocking Zoe.
Okay.
I love the one when the NSA guy keeps popping up.
Yeah, it's like
terror pictures, and he's like, oh, okay, and then guy oh no, sorry, I mean terrier pictures.
The guy just like slowly goes back down.
Oh Lord. Oh,
yeah,
oh.
those are
Carrier picture.
Oh, my favorite is the one when he's like, how to not get mocked for wearing Google Glass, and then he's like,
hedgehog cute. Hey, hedgehogs are cute. Hedgehog cute. Hedgehog cute. Like, oh,
I like the one guy when he sits down. He's like, I think your F key is stuck.
Well, and then the one that I can totally relate to, my grandson Nathan. Like,
yes.
Oh God.
Oh,
my
he's
grandson
like,
Nathan, Facebook.com.
And he's like, no.
What the hell are you doing, Stout?
What the fuck, dude?
It's a syringe up his nose.
Fucking weirdo.
Crayon? I don't even know what the... Oh! It's got stuff hanging off it.
Ew.
That makes it... Oh, man. Well, I'm spent.
Let me tell you a little story about.
Thanks, CollegeHumor, for providing the material that provided that reminiscence of your material for us.
It was probably funnier than the original videos.
Probably, yes.
Let me tell you a little story about South Korea and North Korea.
Okay.
Years ago, South Korea thought it'd be a great idea to start blasting this loud music from their radio stations and some propaganda over
Hilariously.
the Korean side hilariously.
Yeah.
Because even though it's propaganda, it's still fucking true. So, they're just trying to say, if you guys wanted, we could give you everything you ever wanted. Tons of food, tons of water over here. So they're just trolling the fuck out of North Korea. And so North Korea gets pissed off and tells them to stop, and they stop.
Stop it.
Till last week when they started it up again, and North Korea tries to bomb them, they shot at them, essentially.
Badly.
Back, and now, instead of escalating, they're going to have talks in order to avoid escalation.
Can we just...
Because nothing fun or good must happen in Korea.
No.
Please just stop the North Korean regime, for fuck's sakes. Take on one on the chin for everyone.
Seriously.
I do like that South Korea did that, though. That's very ballsy of them.
Sometimes you just gotta get on your knees, grab it with two hands, and shove that cock in your own ass. And you know what? You just gotta take it.
But let's give credit where credit's due. We do have one thing to thank Kim Jong-un for, and that is something we all love: the hamburger. Thanks, Kim, for inventing the hamburger.
Yeah, sure. Also, did you know, little known fact, Kim Jong-un does not defecate.
Oh yeah, no, none of them ever have.
No.
Yeah.
They don't
It's
pee or
not
poo.
something- No, it's
Yep.
improper for a North Korean.
Thou shalt not poo.
We are not a nation of people who poop.
Well, no, the people did, the commoners, but not.
Well, yeah, the commoners,
Not the
because they're
glorious
filth.
leaders. The glorious leaders, though. What blows my mind about North Korea is they will let people in to shoot, to record footage of all the areas that they have, gussied up to make look as nice as they possibly can. But anytime they show them any pictures of their glorious leaders, if they will go fucking nuts trying to make sure that every shot they have of the pictures of their glorious leaders do not have any reflections of light or anything like that.
No flaws.
They are no flaws whatsoever. If there are any flaws, they are ordered to delete that footage.
Awesome.
These people are fucking insane.
Well,
Cue Photoshop. Add zits.
Get decapitated.
Add lots of zits.
So a friend of mine,
Oh my God.
a friend of mine's friend went to North Korea to teach, and he was teaching them how to do essays and source things properly, and they would write essays about the most bullshit thing about Americans, about how we're all super fat and we all eat McDonald's and all this other shit that's a propaganda for them, right? And he'd go but none of this is true. And he's like, but our leader says it's true, so it must be true. They wouldn't lie to us. They're brainwashed.
Oh, I know. They're completely brainwashed.
So they don't know anything better. They just don't know.
Yeah. No, I remember reading that article about. She just couldn't believe it. Every lesson had to be approved.
That was a friend of my friend's. That's how I found that.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I remember reading that article, and I was like, wow, this is just nuts. And so, she was trying to teach them something useful, but her hands were so tied by the ridiculous propaganda-laced rules of their society and what they were permitted to learn and permitted not to learn. So basically, yeah, as far as the people are concerned and the children have been brought up to believe, their glorious leader has invented everything in the universe.
Yep.
And is perfect in every way, shape, and form.
And doesn't defecate.
And invented the hamburger. And only played one game of golf because he didn't want, other people playing golf to feel bad that he was so much better than them. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen propaganda before, but that is a nation of people who've been completely brainwashed. It's just staggering, and it's been going on for generations. Just how firmly entrenched these bullshit beliefs are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel really bad for those people.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
It's crazy.
Yep.
The Oons have their own little world there, of which they are the gods.
Did you say the Oons?
The Oons. Oh my God, Oon! What have you become?
And now we need a fucking crossover picture of Kim Jong-un.
Wow.
Oh, I need to get some cake.
Cake?
Yeah.
That deserves cake.
Birthday cake.
Your birthday was in February.
Birthday. And it wasn't Sean, so it must have been...
Oh, right. Sorry, it took me a second.
Well, I know who didn't get Rosie any birthday presents.
What, you didn't?
Bad person.
So,
what else happened in the world of entertainment and stuff this week?
Open already.
I don't think anything really of significance.
Let me have the cake.
Sean seems to be having some disasters.
Really?
No.
How
He's
can
in
you
the kitchen.
fail at getting cake? It's
Is he-
cake!
Because Justin, he's in the kitchen.
It's cake!
It's his kryptonite, too.
It sits there in... Well, it sounds like it's in packaging of some sort. How can it be difficult to get cake out of cake packaging?
Well, if anyone was going to find a way.
I know. Seriously.
Oh yeah, Blip shut down this week. And Tucker and Dale vs. Evil 2 is in pre-production.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Brings in 2 years, we could conceivably actually see that. Or less.
Whatever. Bye, Blip.
Yep.
Take the pennies that I never got to fucking get from you. Oh, yeah, they revealed the artwork for the fucking Fifth Element and Leon the Professional cinema series.
The Supreme Cinema series from
Supreme
Sony.
Cinema series, which looks fucking awful. Some of the worst
Looks gaudy.
artwork.
That's how I describe it, gaudy.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. And we've taken to calling the whole Supreme Cinema series the Gary Oldman collection because all 3 of the movies in that series have Gary Oldman.
Yeah, in a major role.
Yeah.
He's an antagonist in 2 of those 3 movies.
Now it's time for cake.
Why did it... How? How did you have difficulty getting cake? It's cake.
The stupid container is like a snap lid thing that goes all the way around in a circle, and it was like just annoying to get it off.
That's why you press in on the sides and you lift the whole thing up.
Doesn't work like that. You don't understand.
Try harder.
I understand. He's a fat man. He understands better than you do.
John, this is your 300-plus pound brother speaking, explaining to you how to open a package of cake. You press on the sides, lift it up. I speak with expertise.
Actually, the Supreme Cinema series is the Gary Oldman villain collection. That's what that is. He's the villain in all three movies, actually. I double-checked Fifth Element. I was like, yeah, no, he was a villain.
Yeah, he was like the main villain in Fifth Element.
Well,
in Dracula and in Leon. Sorry, Cass.
I was going to say that, and Sean, we know about your track record about being correct when it comes to desserts. Completely frozen!
And your track record of things in the kitchen.
Yes.
I just love how defiantly I just stared at Sean and then softly bit into the donut.
Every fucking SNI. Every fucking SNI.
It's a good story. Deserves to be repeated ad nauseum.
I agree. It's my favorite story.
Cass, tell the donut story again.
So it was 2001.
Not many great things happened in 2001, but this was one.
The donut story did.
Actually, it's funny. I was just telling our mom another 2001 story. Which you
2001.
I actually don't know if I've told here. Was when we had the Seattle earthquake in 2001.
Oh.
When we had the Seattle earthquake?
Yes, the earthquake that was centered in Seattle that we felt in Victoria.
Oh, okay.
That earthquake.
What the fuck do you do that for? It was a serious fucking earthquake, like a 5.7.
Oh,
Actually,
5.7.
6.8 centered in Nisqually.
Oh, 6.8. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Should point out that both the Northridge and the Loma Prieta earthquake were both 6.7, but go on, mock.
I'm going to.
Earthquakes that both killed dozens of people, but alright.
Yeah. Yeah, dick.
This one didn't kill dozens of people, though, because we have better building codes in California, like the entire state.
I know, oddly enough.
Killed dozens rather than thousands!
Well, no, actually, the Nisqually earthquake, there was only one death, and it was somebody who had a heart attack, so it couldn't even be determined if it was related.
Oh my god, it's an earthquake!
Could have also could have been like, oh crap, I'm having an earthquake, and everything starts shaking. Like, really? 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 I'm having a heart attack and giving me an earthquake?
You said I'm having an earthquake.
Like, wow, you really want me dead.
What?
Having your own personal earthquake.
It's like, isn't this kind of overkill? Come on.
Oh, fuck it, I give up.
The ground's like just shaking where you are.
Like, well, I guess it is time to go. Jesus.
It's like the guy who just has the rain cloud only over him.
Yeah.
Well, now you got an earthquake only under you.
The world is like,
Like everybody.
Just leaving it crying behind him as he walks.
God.
I think it's hit lightning and then it's a heart attack.
oh, God.
The unluckiest man ever.
Like
What?
I don't know. That was not words. That was just sound.
I love how he gets so overcome with laughter that he turns
I'm
into
just picturing, like-
candy.
Yep, Sean's gone.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I've had a cold all week. I'm not supposed to be laughing like that.
I'm thinking that's why.
I'm just getting over it.
Yeah, me too. But it's just picturing, like, everybody's just sitting around in the living room. Everybody else just sitting there calmly, like, the hell's wrong with him?
Oh my god. Someone in the chat said Cass intensifies.
Cass intensifies. God.
Thank you, Brandon. That was the best typo of the evening. Your voice typo or whatever.
Well, that's what a heart attack is. You have your own personal earthquake. I'm having my own shit here, and then the rest of it, really? I give up. Fuck it.
Oh, come on, Jack. God damn it. Jack says the Fifth Element is remastered loads of times. Hopefully they get it right this time.
Whatever.
4K master titles. Okay, the last version is beautiful. You were insane if you don't think that's beautiful. They screwed it up precisely once. The remaster is beautiful. I don't need anything better than that. I'm happy. I'm good. It's beautiful.
Hold on. I got an answer.
No DNR, no haloing, no crush. It's beautiful.
Oh, this one's perfect. You don't need the remastered disc. This one looks just fine.
MPEG 2 for life.
That's right. BC81 pussies.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Livecast.
Well, the story I was going to tell isn't nearly as entertaining.
It's just Cass's breakdown trying to tell the story.
Well, it wasn't even. It was just processing what Brandon said. Having their own earthquake. Well, I did briefly catch what you said. Yeah, the guy with the one rain cloud following.
Yes. Like that. But an earthquake.
That'd be so weird.
And Jack asked, I also think that the old Apollo 13 looks better than the remaster. Couldn't tell you. Don't own either of them.
No, but I don't feel compelled to upgrade it because it doesn't look that bad. It looks alright.
Yeah.
Does it look like it could be a... Does it look like it could be a better transfer? Yes, but who cares? It's good still.
Yeah, and there's absolutely zero anything wrong with the remaster of the Fifth Element. I'm sorry. Like, if you honestly think it's going to be that big of an improvement, then you were just, like, a perfectionist to the point of insanity. Like, there is no reason to upgrade that. Like, put that effort into something else that really needs an upgrade, because the Fifth Element absolutely does not.
I was going to say that in terms of Apollo 13, I've actually seen some of the screenshots. Those screenshots are not necessarily indicative of what it's actually like.
Well, it gives you some idea.
They give you some idea. From what I could see of the Apollo 13 4K remaster, honestly, it was not that big of a difference between the previous release and this one. It just there wasn't, and it was most likely because the fucking film itself was not that good. Like, in terms of how it looks on screen, there was nothing there that was fucking fantastic. You know, like,
it's all very good, but not mind blowing.
Like, for example,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for example, Goodfellas. Goodfellas was one that needed a remaster because the old one was really outdated, using old encoding, and it was soft and stuff. So the new one looks way better. It's, you know, proper 4K transfer. It got the remaster it deserved. And I actually waited to get that, waiting for them to do a remaster because I knew they would at some point. And they did finally, and I'm glad I waited because I got this beautiful deluxe edition now. But yeah, the Fifth Element is beautiful. It is freaking reference quality. Anybody who thinks otherwise is fucking insane.
Yep. Looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Now, if the Supreme Cinema series goes for dirt cheap at some point, I'll pick it up then.
Yeah, I'm not in any big rush to get
there is exclusive bonus features on it, but I'm not going to rush out and get it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I already have 2 editions of the Fifth Element. I don't need a third one. The only reason I have the crappy one is because it came in the cool steelbook. And as soon as I realized it was the crappy version, I immediately ran out and got the remastered version.
Yeah, like we all did.
Yeah.
Literally the same thing. We all did the same fucking thing.
We all did the exact same thing. It's like, oh, it's the crappy version. Well, I'll get the good version, but I keep the steelbook because it's beautiful artwork.
Right. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Yes, Bluto, Predator. Predator desperately needs to be done properly, but it's Fox, and Fox doesn't give a shit.
They're too busy pumping out shit films and X-Men movies. Shit films and X-Men movies.
Fox doesn't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. They have lost their goddamn minds. Completely and totally lost it. I mean, if they don't shape up soon, I honestly feel like Fox, 20th Century Fox, isn't going to be around as a studio much longer.
Because by Lionsgate like everyone else.
If they keep spending as much money as they are on shit movies and fucking those movies up to the point where nobody fucking wants to watch them, so they don't make any of their fucking money back on those movies, like, how many more times can you spend $100 million fucking dollars before you go fucking bankrupt?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're screwed themselves.
Fantastic Four tanked hard.
I remember what I was going to say. I can't afford all these studio re-releases when I've got new films, limited editions coming out from Blue Underground of like fucking Jess Franco films I'd rather spend money on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck, man. I got small studios to support.
Exactly.
If
it is something that I don't already own, fine. I'll obviously get whatever the current best edition is, but if it's something that I do already own, it better be a really huge improvement and be a movie I really care enough about to double dip, especially for something like the Masters of Cinema series, because they are fucking expensive as hell. Like, they are really overpriced for what they are. So, yeah, no way I'm plunking down $40 on a movie I already have 2 copies of that isn't even a particular favorite. It's just one that I like.
See, I don't own Goodfellas yet.
The Gary Oldman collection.
And then there's that other one.
See the new
Once Upon a Time in New York.
Goodfellas. Which one?
Once Upon a Time in New York got a beautiful remaster also.
Yeah. See, now the new version of Goodfellas is definitely worth getting. It's the one that we've been waiting for.
I bought that fucking steelbook a few times, almost.
Yeah. I thought about the when they did the Digibook edition. I considered getting that, but it was just another repackage of the same transfer. So I passed
also
on it.
Considered that too. Yeah,
because it was a nice looking Digibook. But I was like, it's Scorsese. I really want Scorsese done properly. So I waited.
It's like the remaster of Taxi Driver. I'm like, why exactly did we need that? We already have
that was
4K
pointless.
transfer.
That was completely pointless. I don't know why we got a remaster of Taxi Driver.
It's so beautiful. Not the remaster, the first release. I have no reason to buy this 4K remaster.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why they did that at all.
Ludo is correct, though. Along the lines of what you were saying about we need the releases that had previously shitty releases to get 4K remasters. Those are the ones that need remasters. And Bluto says Predator remastered properly. Period.
Yes.
And making the 3D Blu-ray.
Exactly. I mean, we finally did get a remaster of Patton, so there is hope that some of these DNR'd. For fuck's sake, okay? It's the 50th anniversary of Star Trek next year. Can we please have proper remasters of all 10 fucking movies? Please?
At least the original 6? I mean, for fuck's sake.
DNR Wax Museum garbage has got to stop being endlessly repackaged and repackaged and repackaged. I have yet to buy a single Star Trek movie on Blu-ray. The only ones I have are the new ones. That's it. I don't have any of the originals on Blu-ray because fuck those transfers. Yep. Those are the kind of transfers that people should be getting upset about. Not so, there's a tiny little bit of sharpening in there. There's a little bit of grain coverage in this one frame. Nobody cares. Most people, unless they're going like a magnifying glass, like, oh, there's some clipping there. Oh, there's some crush in that frame. Nobody cares. Nobody notices that.
Sean just went into epic rant mode. I love it.
But shit like fucking Star Trek 6 featuring Spock as played by a Madame Tussauds wax dummy, that's shit that needs to be fixed. That's shit that needs to be focused on.
That shit, over in my opinion, the best of the fucking series. Number 6 is my favorite. You know, like, fuck.
Number 6 isn't my favorite, but it's a very solid film. I
saw it in theaters, man. It was my first Star Trek movie in theaters.
It's Star Trek political intrigue at its best. Like, that's
like 12 or something.
Really good stuff.
Love
2 is still
story.
my favorite. I think 1 is horribly underappreciated. I actually really like the first one.
Yeah, I think the first one's alright. Not bad.
And then... I
like 4.
3's pretty good. 4 is a lot of fun. I mean, everybody likes 4, especially with all the stuff back in time. It's just a blast.
If 5 never got a remaster, I wouldn't try. I'll never watch it. It's just fun.
5, everybody shits on 5. 5 is terrible. I don't think it's a complete write-off. I think there are some nice little moments in it, but it's definitely one of the weakest.
Oh my
god!
Like, that movie is so bad it's good though. That's the thing about it.
Here's Spock's brother, who we've never heard about ever before.
Why would God want a starship? Yeah, why the fuck would God want a starship?
See,
God,
that was a good moment. That was a good moment when Kirk calls out God.
Yeah, God, that's a good fucking question. You know, we've been listening this whole time.
Because to me, that was just such a Kirk thing to do. It's like, here you are, supposedly meeting God, and you're like, wait a minute. I think you're full of shit, God. That's very much a Kirk thing to do. I like that part of it.
He's like, wait a minute. You aren't God. You're just an asshole. You don't get my shit.
Exactly.
What's happening?
See, no, come on. That was a good moment. But yeah,
it's like my favorite part. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good movie.
No, absolutely not. Like I said, some good bits, some good moments.
My favorite part was when
I say the same thing about Amazing Spider-Man 2. Doesn't mean that anyone should see it. Sorry,
no,
Jeff.
Don't see that. Don't see that.
No, don't see it.
Don't listen to it. Above all, the music in that fucking movie is fucking horrendous. But my favorite part in that movie, in Star Trek V, is when they're singing about the campfire, or
row your boat.
Yes. I just love it because it's fucking fun. Yes, it's William Shatner singing, so it's not actually singing, it's talking.
Row. Gently down the stream.
Well, and see, that's an example of just a nice little random character moment with those 3 characters.
It's but a dream.
Anything involving those 3 characters is always a delight to watch, and just how they play off each other.
Yeah.
Even if they're just singing fucking row your boat.
30 years of camaraderie, man. That does that shit. There's natural friendship.
Yeah, loved all 3 of those characters, especially when they were all together. The trifecta of Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Great trifecta. But yeah, Star Trek 6 was a great send-off for the original crew. I mean, I thought it was a very classy send-off for them, like very serious. And I always considered that to be the passing of the torch story, because that's where we start to get, because for the few years prior to that movie, we'd been kind of wondering, like, okay, the Federation made peace with the Klingons somehow at some point under some circumstances. What's the story there? Because we didn't know. We just knew that there was a Klingon on the Enterprise now, and he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
But we didn't know what the deal was there. Like, what happened? And then Star Trek 6 finally answered that question and started to fill in those gaps. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was great. So it was like tying the 2 together finally. And with the Next Generation.
I'm not a fan of Generations, especially that last scene.
There's a lot of problems with Generations. Again, some good moments.
Really great character moments with Kirk. Really great character moment.
Oh, yeah, there's some great character moments.
Great action scenes with the modern crew in space. That's some great stuff. I mean, like.
Yeah. I liked that Data was finally getting to experience emotions and such. There's some nice moments with Data there.
Yeah.
And like the best one being when the Enterprise saucer section is dive bombing towards the Earth, and he realizes they're going to crash. There's nothing they can do about it. And as soon as it starts to dip and head into the atmosphere, it just zooms right in on Data, and he's just, oh shit.
I think he goes, oh shit, and it cuts.
No, they let him say the full thing. It wasn't an 80s action movie cutaway. It's like, oh shit.
Me and my friend were in the front row, and during the crash sequence, we were jumping around like being all silly and shit. I was like 14 or 13 or something. I was early teens.
A good moment. But yeah, there were some good moments in there. Huge issues with the plot, though. Yeah, there was like major, like that one had definite plot holes, like actual plot holes, things that betrayed the logic of the story as laid out by the story. There's just so many problems with it, and yeah, and I gotta say, Kirk deserves a way better death than that. Sorry, but he really does.
Absolutely. Even William Shatner figured that out, so he wrote a trilogy of books about him coming back and having a proper death and all that shit.
Yes, yes, he did.
That's pretty awesome. Like, fuck you.
The first was called The Return.
Yep.
I just found the clip, by the way. I just posted it in the text chat there.
Which?
The Data saying, oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just an 8-second thing, man.
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, I haven't watched the movie in a while.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Cool.
It's been a while since I've seen it. Last time I saw it was on TV.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was great.
Fuck
I remember
sideways.
I actually saw that in the theater as well, and I remember the whole theater just died at that part.
I love just little understated moments like that.
Yeah.
The one I always loved in Independence Day, when that guy, can't think of the actor's name, but the really gay guy, the flamboyant guy, who was like friends with Jeff Goldblum's character.
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in forever.
He's the guy who has like the really, really raspy voice.
Okay.
Anyways, he's just like sitting in his car and he sees like
raspy voice. You're not talking about Harvey Firestein, are you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I thought it was Harvey something. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
So he's sitting in his car and he just sees like the wave of like explosions coming directly at him. He just goes, "Oh crap!" It's like he's just resigned to his fate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movies. I enjoyed most of the Next Generation movies as well.
Are you guys still are you guys still in the chat? Are you able to see the chat still?
Yeah.
I'm not, no.
Yeah, I can see it.
Crashed for me.
Oh.
It's crashing for a lot of people. Not really.
Did the video crash?
I think the whole thing just kaputted for a minute. It's back.
Is it back?
It's back.
Duncan just gave some advice there.
They actually don't need to click the live. They just need to hover over the seek bar, and the website should take the rest and grab it.
Yeah.
Future reference.
Just wait and see if everybody gets caught up. Sorry for those of you watching the repeat. We're having technical issues live. As usual.
Oh, it's not so bad. It's like
there's always something.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized if it did crash, it is going to start at the beginning, isn't it? I'm going to have to manually trim it. No. Nope, you just hover over it and it fixes.
Okay.
Oh, Seeks, we're good. Paranoia is quelled.
Awesome. So everybody in the text chat, are you seeing us live again? Can you give us some indication of life?
Sure, in about a minute.
Whenever you get that message.
Ludo said fine now before he even heard you. So.
He did?
Well, I guess, yeah.
Why am I not,
why am I
not seeing new messages?
Because it's not perfectly synced. You might have to refresh the page.
Oh, disconnected, reconnected. Oh, here we go. It just refreshed itself.
Yeah.
Disconnected a few times to fuck. Yes. Something. No. Hold on. I was wondering when they signed up. We didn't sign off! We're here!
Stabman waits to be disconnected.
Just say it fine now. Okay, Clarodin says yes. Okay. Alright, good. Sorry about that. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Star Trek. I was just going to say I liked the Next Generation movies overall. Especially First Contact, which I think is just fantastic. I've rewatched that one probably more than any of the others.
I saw that one in theater also.
Yeah, so did I. I actually kind of liked the one with the plastic surgery aliens.
Insurrection?
Insurrection, yeah.
Yeah, that was alright. Yeah.
And then Nemesis.
That was alright.
Had its moments.
I liked it. I liked it better than Insurrection.
Really?
Yeah.
Nemesis with what's his face? Tom Arnold. No, not Tom Arnold. Tom Hiddleston. No. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy as the evil guard clone guy. That was the first thing I remember seeing Tom Hardy in, and then I started seeing him in everything. And then really came to appreciate him as an actor, actually, seeing how versatile he is.
You need to see Bronson if you haven't.
I'll have to see that.
Tom Hardy does a performance that will make you shudder. It's fucking amazing.
But yeah, so he's quite impressive. I don't think I've ever seen him play the same type of character twice. Always seems to be different. Always interesting. But yeah.
Like Nick Cage and his freakouts. No two are the same.
There you go.
He does 3 different ones in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
So at the very least, next year, 50th anniversary of Star Trek, I definitely want to pick up the TV shows that have been put out on Blu-ray. Just getting that brief taste of Next Generation in high def this past month has definitely made me want all of them.
Daddy wants.
Yes, it just looks so good. Like they really did an amazing job on that.
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah, we should probably sign off. It's 2:30. I imagine everyone who isn't in the UK is exhausted.
It's that time I normally go to bed. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll call it a night before we crash again. Commander Shepard says. Great.
I'm heading over to Vancouver tomorrow, so I should get to bed.
Yeah,
Justin?
one last thing I wanted to say in response to Raz, because he did the video.
Oh, fucking hell, I did not have time to watch it. Sorry, Raz.
Well, he basically just reiterated what he was saying about his fears that if we don't go to see Deadpool, that every comic book movie that comes out afterward is going to be cookie cutter crap.
Okay.
That is a completely unfounded fear, completely irrational fear. Not going to happen. Don't worry.
Dude.
Besides, if it fails, Fox goes under, and then Marvel can continue on.
I'm going to say this, so a couple of things. First off, the pre-marketing campaign for Deadpool has been absolute genius. They've been not only building anticipation, but also doing like little teasers and things that aren't clips from the movie, but just things that get you hyped about the movie. And they've been doing that for months. Like there was the interview with fucking Mario Puzo from Saved by the Bell. No.
What? Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez. Mario Puzo wrote The Godfather.
Yeah, Mario Puzo. I was like, no, that's not right.
Yes, the interview with Mario Lopez, where it was first revealed that, yes, Deadpool will be R-rated. And then we had, the teaser for the trailer where he said, it started off by saying, from the studio that inexplicably sewed his fucking mouth shut the first time. Which was a great little jab, and Fox were very good sports for obviously allowing that little jab. Mind you, there are completely different studio heads now, too. And then there was the trailer itself, which looks amazing. And even prior to all of this, there was the test footage that was released months and months and months ago, or leaked, which was basically proof of concept for the film, which got them the green light for the film. And the hype has just been huge for this thing, and there is absolutely no way it's going to fail. Like, there's no way. This is going to be huge. It's going to be successful, and I think, dare I say it, it's going to be a really entertaining film.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, what we've seen so far is what everybody wants to see in a Deadpool movie, in terms of the character and the attitude and the violence and the, just everything. It is the comic book brought to life, the comic book character brought to life. We have the merc with the mouth, and his mouth is open.
And he's not in green spandex.
And he's not in green animated spandex, yes.
Which is hilarious, because actually it looks like the mouth of his mask so he actually is wearing green spandex a bit.
There's a little bit.
Well, mask.
They CG out his eyes to make them white. Too. And that's pretty much, the main thing.
Well, but I mean, like, they had the moving mask, which is really hard to do. Like, CGI part of that, too.
A little bit. Well, see, just a little bit of enhancement. That's fine.
Yeah.
But don't put him in a full, CG. Like, what did he do? All of Green Lantern in his underwear?
He did the whole thing like a green suit, yeah.
Pretty much. Wow, crazy.
Essentially long john underwear, yeah.
Well, I can imagine, for an actor also, it makes a difference actually being able to, I don't know, wear the costume.
Work with other characters and not be in your underwear while doing so.
Exactly.
Interact with things that aren't made of tennis balls and wires.
Yeah. Now, I've not really read much in the way of the Deadpool comics. I've just kind of seen bits and pieces and snippets. But even from what I know and from what other fans have told me, this is Deadpool the way everybody's wanting to see him on film. So I will go to see it, and I will probably love it so much I'll go out and buy a bunch of the original comics and check out his origins that way. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I don't know anybody who isn't looking forward to it. Even non-comic book fans are looking forward to it because it looks like a fun as hell movie. So don't worry, Raz, it's gonna be fine.
Well,
if anything,
yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, if anything, I think Deadpool will do something similar to what Guardians of the Galaxy did. Guardians of the Galaxy proved that you could take a group of characters that aren't big, well-known characters like the Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, etc., and you can make not only a good movie with those characters, but one that just annihilates at the box office. And I think the same thing's going to happen with Deadpool.
What's interesting is I've been reading comics since Deadpool was a thing. But back then, nobody gave a shit. He was just some random dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the mid-90s when I don't know what writer took over. Some writer took over, and he went crazy with it, and
something
just Deadpool we know. Yeah, it worked.
Well, that's what happens sometimes. Well, I mean, I think the same thing happened with Guardians of the Galaxy as well, because, I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy have been through a lot of iterations over the years. There was a long stretch where they were just kind of guest characters who would show up occasionally. They didn't even have their own book.
The 90s one was weird, too.
The 90s one, they got their own book, but yeah, it was very weird. It was very kind of off the wall. It wasn't, and it didn't last very long. It only lasted a couple of years.
So I did like Charlie 27. That character was really cool.
Yeah, well, and he dates back to the original Guardians of the Galaxy as well. He's been around in one form or another for a long time. But then you got the more recent Guardians of the Galaxy, by Dan Abnett, and it just exploded. Like, it just became this huge thing. It was a whole new team. You still had some of the original characters showing up, so fans of the original still had something to bite onto, and then also, it was more engaging for new fans. It reinvented some of the characters, and that became the Guardians of the Galaxy that we know today. But what I was going to say is the success of movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool basically show the studio that you can take these obscure characters that only hardcore comics fans know, do a movie that appeals to the public and is successful, and because it's successful, my hope is that that will make the studios more willing to take chances and to be a little bit daring again and not go with the safe Spider-Mans and Supermans of the world.
See, now Marvel is daring. They took the Russo brothers, who did like comedies, and they gave them Captain America: Winter Soldier, and they knocked it out of the park. That's one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Like, it's such a good movie.
Go watch that and the new Thor.
But that's the
Thor was
thing.
alright.
That's the thing about Fantastic Four. Everybody's, I think that's what's really causing a lot of anxiety about this whole issue. Is Fantastic Four bombed? But that's the thing about Fantastic Four, is that it's one of those cookie cutter movies. It's not one of those movies that takes chances.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a movie that took no chances whatsoever, and that's why it sucked so much.
Yeah.
No, that has nothing to do with everything. They chose to do a dark reboot of the most PG-13 comic strip that has ever existed in the Marvel Universe. It's a family book. It's about family and friendship and love and loyalty and respect and playing jokes on each other
and fun.
Fun.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
not
sense of fun.
dark and brooding and bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not the right tone for them. If
No.
it was a happy-go-lucky film, I think the audience is better. I just think it would.
Well, that's the thing. Is like
I mean,
Fantastic Four in the comics would have their dark moments apparently, but it made it all the more shocking and intense is because most of the time it is very lighthearted and such. So you get these dark times or dark points in a story, and it would have that much more impact. So I mean,
now clearly, it being cookie cutter is harmful for it, but I think if it were appropriately adapted, I think even a cookie cutter movie would do at least moderately well. Yeah.
Well,
I don't see.
You keep saying that it's dark and stuff, and I'm just like, I've actually seen the movie. It's not that dark. Everybody is emo during the movie, and Ben is very emo for whatever reason, but we don't get any fucking characterization of him at all. We don't get any fucking explanation of why he would be emo, other than the fact that he comes from a broken family. But that doesn't give us enough information about why he even chose to go into the other fucking dimension. And then you've got Johnny, what's his face?
Johnny Storm.
Thank you, Johnny Storm, who is supposed to be this fiery personality who's fucking not going to put up with anybody's shit. And for whatever reason, he decides, you know what? I'm going to be the American badass for the military. I'm going to do whatever the military tells me to do. I'm Mr. Military Man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is not at all in his character.
No.
I know enough to know that is not at all part of his character.
No.
And so that's just it. It's like there's nothing really dark in there. It's just that they completely and totally got these characters wrong.
Well, what I mean is it's dark and gritty. You look at the tone, it's dark. It's gritty because it's more realistic, quote unquote. That's why there's like these body horror elements. And actually, some really interesting things out here. I'd like to see the movie because of those elements, but honestly, in the long run, that's not the right direction for that property. That's all I'm saying. If it was adapted properly, I think it would have fared at least marginally better.
Yeah.
At least in critics' eyes.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I don't know.
It's so frustrating when you have a property like that anybody who actually knows the comics can see tons of potential for a movie or a series or what have you. But then when we see what we actually get, it just reeks of so much studio interference and meddling, completely compromising creativity, and just terrible.
And I'm not the crazy guy who's going to jump all over Josh Trank and say it's all his fault right out the gate. It is partially his fault because he's the one who adapted this weird, dark, gritty style to a...
Yeah.
Partly. That. Jesus.
I blame the studio more than anything else.
Yeah, but he clearly indicated there was studio interference, and styled, I believe you said it looked like there was studio interference, right?
Yeah.
Felt weird.
Yeah. That has studio interference written all over it.
Yeah.
And I would be the first to say that, honestly, the bones of the movie are decent. The bones. So, like, the very structure of the plot is okay. It's serviceable. You can work with that. They just didn't actually work with that.
No.
Well, if Josh Trank was the one who wrote those serviceable bones, then he has nothing at all to do with what went wrong with this movie.
Yeah. And, I mean, like, you know, he directed Chronicle, so you know he's not a shitty director. You know, he has a good eye for these kind of things.
He did make some stupid mistakes on set and whatnot.
Every director, every person makes mistakes with these things, you know? It happens. He made some stylistic choices that I didn't agree with the film, with Chronicle also, but it doesn't mean it's a bad movie, you know? It was just, he definitely has potential, and I think I would like to see his director's cut, and I'd like to compare.
The Fantastic Four? Yeah. The one that he tweeted, "We'll never see."
Yeah, the fact that he even tweeted that means his career in Hollywood's pretty much over.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's harder than Troy McDuffie after Boondock Saints.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I read an interesting article recently about the directors of Sky Captain and The World of Tomorrow, and now in that case, it's not that they got ill favor in the eyes of Hollywood. Far from it. Everybody loved the movie. Like, everybody really liked it. It just didn't do very well financially, and as a result, they just didn't get any more offers, which is unfortunate because they were staggeringly creative.
For me, as creative as that movie was, the first 30 minutes was the best, and the rest of the movie was kind of meandering.
Yeah.
I didn't like the movie per se, but I didn't hate it, and I liked the visual style.
Yeah. See, I still haven't seen it, believe it or not. I've been meaning to check it out for ages, but
it's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted to see it obviously for the visuals more than anything else because it's very, I just love that style. But it was an interesting article just about how because of like it wasn't even meant to be a big studio film apparently originally. They just kind of lucked out and got that,
Yeah, it's a 30-minute short film. They got paid to make it into a feature film.
Yeah, and then they got all this like A-list talent to star in it, and it just became way bigger than they were expecting, so they just rolled with it. But then, of course, being a big studio film, they were getting more money thrown at it, and the expectations for it were higher, and it's I think the general feeling was, well, it shouldn't have been a big movie like that because it's more of a niche interest, and as a result, it didn't make back enough money for their career. So they kind of went off and did their own things. And they're talking about doing other movies at some point and just doing like smaller scale stuff. But the article is basically about like sort of a whatever happened to. Like, whatever happened to them? They did this movie that was like this big summer movie, and then they just kind of disappeared. We never saw another movie from them again. So, oh, interesting. As for Josh Trank, I think he'll come back with independent stuff.
It took Troy Duffy about 10 years, and I think if Josh Trank really tries hard, he can do it sooner and less time, I'm sure.
Because I really liked Chronicle. I enjoyed that one a lot. Yeah.
Where's the sequel to that? That movie made 6 times its budget. 6 times its budget.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a sequel?
Yeah, I know. I think they were talking about it for a bit.
I'm pretty sure, what's his name? Max Landis said he turned his draft in months and months ago.
Yeah.
So, it's all on them.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, folks, I think we're going to call it a night. So have yourselves a good week. Yeah. As for what have I got coming up, well, for sure, the next part of the Doctor Who DVD Disambiguation will be up on Tuesday. It's already uploaded and posted and scheduled and ready to go, so stay tuned, 6 p.m. Pacific time, see it go live. Probably going to film like gangbusters tomorrow because it's the only day in months that I have been alone on a day off, so I'm going to try to make the most of it and be productive.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes. So there may be more videos. There may be a video or two tomorrow in the evening. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Don't make any promises you can't keep.
I'm not making any promises. I'm just saying maybe. So if there is, awesome, surprise. If not, well, at least you know there's one coming on Tuesday. Alrighty. Anything exciting happening with you guys this week? Do you want to pimp?
Oh, I'm working on finally finishing up my video about why physical formats are not dying.
Awesome.
We have a lot to be excited about. So that should be coming out later this week.
Sweet. Everybody check that one out on the Stout Man channel.
Blanking on everything suddenly. Oh, what movie are we watching on Monday, Justin? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, we're watching Super 8.
That's right.
Oh, good movie.
Commentary on Super 8 on Monday, 8 p.m.
Really good
Pacific
movie.
time.
I like that one a lot too.
I did too.
It really felt like those good old-fashioned kid buddy film Spielberg movies.
Like
that
a New
I
Age
grew up
Goonies.
with. Yeah, it was like Goonies and Stand By Me and all those.
Monster Squad.
I like
Monster
Goonies.
Yeah, it was all like those types of movies. A love letter to them, it really was.
That's the only thing I have to announce. We're doing that on Monday.
Awesome. I'll probably have an update video coming as well, featuring all the stuff that I showed today, and whatever's in the package that's waiting for me that I'm going to go pick up tomorrow. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, and Dinosaur Dracula Fun Pack unboxing comes tomorrow also.
Oh, sweet. You got one from Dracula Dan?
Dinosaur Dracula.
Dinosaur Dracula? Sorry, Dracula.
Yeah, I've been subscribed for like 5-6 months now.
Just fucking up names left and right tonight.
Dracula Dan!
So-
Dracula Dan! You ain't got no legs!
Dracula Dan!
You ain't got no legs!
Dracula Dan! And I loved when Mario Puzo was in that Say by the Bell show. And
And then he had his own personal earthquake.
And Jonathan Taylor Thomas was excellent in Looper. So. Alrighty. Have yourselves a good week, everybody. We'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Penis.
Wasn't that Creed?